Listen, listen, listen. Welcome to Monday Night Toy Ramblings, where I will ramble on, and hell, I may even rant on about something today because some people piss me off. But we'll see. I've had an hour to calm down. The good news is my blood pressure has been the lowest that it has been in years. I mean, I've lost over 10 pounds since before Joe Fest, and my blood pressure was as low as it's been. But in the past hour, I kind of got amped up and it spiked again. But I think it's good enough that I shouldn't stroke out on anything. So I think you guys should be good, and then hopefully I can calm back down. And by tomorrow, the blood pressure will be where it's supposed to be, which it hasn't been for quite some time. And that means I've actually got off the medicine, which is crazy. But we're going to get into that in a short bit. So let's just say thank you to everyone who I've been on with or that I've had on, starting with the 4th of July. Thank you to Frostbite G.I. Joe Repro. Within 24 hours, you were the third most watched Thursday with a Friend. Only behind Lenny from Hasbro and Mark from Gridiron. And in that chat, there were people that came just to see you, which is awesome. And I had a lot of good responses from that, a good reception, that people really enjoyed it. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you to Oz for once again having me on. I didn't stick around all that long on Saturday. I actually missed the digital render of Delta 17's helicopter, so I'm kind of disappointed by that. And then I gotta say thank you to everyone on Friday who joined me for Punk's Pit. I know it overlaps with a lot of people that are doing shows, so I am happy that any of you guys take a little bit of time out just to watch. So thank you. Going forward, Thursday with a Friend is going to be a weekly show. I have a huge, I've already lined up people all the way through August. And I'm just kind of give you a rundown of who I have locked in. So this week we have Johnny Reno, Cage's Customs, which you can see his custom in the thumbnail, but he sent me this grunt. All right. Custom grunt with gridiron stuff. After that, we have Michael from Toy Habits. Then I have Shiny Plastic People, Chris. We have the Savage Land, Legend Series, Viper Scout, Woody, and Krusty Old Crow. That will wrap up the through August. So thank you to everyone who has agreed to come on. Even though my reputation isn't always the greatest. And sometimes it's people are mad at me. People don't like me and whatever. I don't give a shit. All right. I don't think I got anything in this week. I was still doing a lot of reviews from Joe Fest. I don't have anything going, although someone did say they found docks in Michigan. They found that wave. So I will be hunting for those again tomorrow morning and during my my course of driving. So hopefully I can find a dock and get that review done, and then I'll just have Beachhead to worry about, who Amazon says he's not coming to the end of August, but I have it ordered at other places. And people have asked me that if, because I do so many reviews and what I do, if I get stuff early for that reason. I don't. I'm just one of those people that will. I'm one of those people that will order from multiple places, and the first person that gets my money, the first person to ship it, they get my money, and that's how I do my reviews. That's how I get them out early. So there's nothing special. I'm still paying for the figures like everyone else, and sometimes it burns me. Sometimes I'm lucky that. Most of the time, I'm able to cancel everything, but I've been burned a couple times having stuff ordered on the exact same day, and you get charged. We get charged with both of them. But hopefully I can find that dock. I did review I want to mention this thing right here. Fresh Monkey Fiction's Eagle Force. And I know not everyone is in the 1/18 scale. It's a 4-inch modern figure. I have heard people really, really rave about these. And I have to say, these are amazing. This one figure, I want to pick up more. I will end up picking up more. So much fun. You can pose them. You cannot pose them as good as a 6-inch figure. So anyone that tells you that, no, that's not true. But you can get some really good poses. You're not going to get the same detail, but you obviously do have a bigger play area when it comes to all the G.I. Joe stuff, all the O-ring stuff that you can use. So, and then I picked this guy up. I know Super 7 is not my favorite company, but had a bad card, and it is a Rancid figure. It is Tim Armstrong. He comes with 2 guitars. Imagine that. A guitarist that comes with guitars, yet the skateboarders don't come with skateboards. Really, really odd. So, and we are going to talk about the HasLab. I said that it was going to fund. That it would hit. Well, I said that it would hit all the goals when there was over 3 days. It is sitting at just under 13,000. I have a feeling it's not going to hit the 17,000. So if I don't hit it, Matthew, you are absolutely correct. I did not hit, or they did not hit. I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't hit anything. All right. So let's say hi to the chat really quick, because a bunch of you, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button now before I go off on a rant and people want to unsubscribe. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, I put a poll up. Do toy delays really bother you? So that will lead into the topic, But yeah, so let's get to the let's get to all the people that are here. We have Jake Anderson that says, "Am I first or am I moody?" Remember, if you're not first, you're moody. We have Johnny Reno is here in the house. GI Bro, who, you know what? Before we go any further, well, we'll talk about it. And you know what? We'll talk about it in a second. GI Bro, I put up shirts without sleeves. I haven't seen any ordered yet. I'm assuming it's just not payday yet for you. We have Richard Burns here. We have Osrodamus Toys. Gun Bunny Customs here. Woody, the figure collector. Well, hell, you know what? You're here. You're always good to me. What can I say? That is right. That is just for you, Woody. We have a Black Knight who is here. Hella Dope Toys representing. David R. is in the house. Stanley Eberhard is here. Jay Astro. We have Son of a Crayon Slayer. Matthew Matson, my first moderator that you guys were blessed to see. We have Frostbite, G.I. Joe Repro. Once again, thank you for that pre-recorded Thursday with a friend. It was absolutely awesome, and people seem to absolutely love it. So we have Windblade is in the house. We have B Drew 90, who I was at Sergeant Red's, and he came up and said, "Hey, I was just watching a video earlier today. Love your stuff. Thank you very much. No matter what, no matter how long I do this, stuff like that will always make me feel." It always makes you feel really good just to hear that, people are watching your stuff and that they're enjoying it. Derek Holloman is here. Todd C is in the house. Toy Matrix. See, this is where I said, I don't highlight these. Viper Scout, who will be a guest very soon. Tony's Figs, who was my second one. Who the fuck is Cage's Customs? Oh, let's see here. Oh, look at this. Got charged for Pulse today for Doc and Jinx. Maybe I haven't checked it. Maybe I need to look before I guess I go searching for it. Aaron the Toy Enhancer is here. We have Zen. Baldilocks. We're going to be on a first name basis with people today. I'm just going to fucking say that right now. First name basis, man. All right. And then we have 1,000 Wolves is here. All right. So let's just look at a couple things. So GI Bro, this is for you. And this is for everyone else. Again, I've mentioned before, I love when, super chats. Oh, man, you know what? I take that back. I think I missed a whole bunch of people here. Hold on. Shark Eyes is here. And we have Alice and Troy that is here. And all right, I don't know why this thing didn't scroll. Alice and Troy was my first Thursday with a friend. Hey, look, PNC. I think he was my fourth. Spaded one God damn it. I can hear it in my fucking voice. I can hear it in my head, not my voice. McDysentery. Where the hell is my other moderator to hear me say McDysentery properly? All right, so let's present this really quick here. So this is just for you, GI bro. Look at that. I got sleeveless shirts and I got tank tops for you. Because if anyone saw any pictures with GI bro, he doesn't just wear shirts without sleeves. It is a lifestyle. There is no way in hell this guy has any fucking sleeves. I promise you, if he lived here in Michigan and we had to wear a heavy jacket, he'd just wear one of those big, heavy vests, no sleeves. It'd be a big, puffy one. His arms would be freezing, but they'd be so fucking big, it wouldn't even fucking matter, right? So anyway, if you are interested, if you want to support the channel, it is 20% off now for a few more days. 3 days left, so it does help support the channel. I appreciate it. Anyway, if I don't show, who's going to show for myself? Also, remember, use Entertainment Earth, code APUNK. You can use my Amazon code. You got a link. You got to do the link for Amazon. And then Hella Dope Toys, APWT, 10% off everything, whether it's on pre-order or it's in stock. All right. And we'll say hi to Daredevil Dave quickly here. Yes, toy delays bother me because Amazon told me my torch wouldn't be here until August 28th, and my t-shirt just came in today. Well, you got to remember, if Amazon doesn't have it, they can't ship it. It's just how it goes, unfortunately. All right. So, I mentioned my blood pressure. I never wanted to do drama. But motherfucker, if you're gonna fucking have people bring up my fucking name and other names, don't delete the fucking content. All right? Sharik. So motherfucker, I'm telling you right now, you're no better than Viper Island. He deletes his fucking shit when he knows he's called out. So here it is. The Artist Shark, all during fucking Joe Fest, all right, has guys like Ray Paz and Hal Jordan saying shit about us. Me, Bobby B, fucking Zen, who is fucking Baldy, right? Adam, who is Shark Eye. See, first name fucking basis, Sharik. Let me tell you something. You let those people go on a fucking little fucking witch hunt, all right? And use our names, letting them all fucking tell us, hey, I'm subscribed to these guys. They're the ones doing this shit, right? I can't support anyone using our fucking name, right? That you did it and you left it there. Everyone kept asking you, hey, who's putting the copyright strikes against you? Yet you wouldn't tell anyone. You know why? Because you fucking lied about it. That's the truth. You lied about it. I don't believe you, and a shitload of other people. But you know what you did? You got guys like Mega J and Toy Habits and fucking Ken from Toy Connections and all these fucking people to jump on your fucking back to help you rebrand to start a new fucking channel. Look, I just fucking scared my dog. That's what you did. That is the reason why you refused to give the names of the people that copyright struck you, because they didn't. You know what? They would send you a formal email. That is how YouTube handles things. They're nothing like Instagram. And I know because when the little pew pew, which was a wooden fucking Mandalorian blaster, was put up on screen, I got hit with a copyright, and then I had to fucking contest them. And what's crazy about that is it was settled within less than 24 hours. How it was settled when I found out within 4 fucking hours. Now you hide behind Shark and you won't say your real name. It's Sharik, okay? I don't give a shit. I won't give your last name, all right? I won't give your last name, but people should be, if you're going to let people do a witch hunt against me, Bobby B, Adam, Zen, I forget the other fucking guys, you know, Travis Moody, to my, I said, you should remove his fucking name because of what he's doing. And he said, no, I like the guy. He tried backing you and you still came back at him with shit, right? The fact of the matter is, you let people go on this witch hunt, refusing to give anyone the proper content of who put in the copyright strike. Why? Because no one did. Now, I'm not the only one that thinks this. There's a lot of people that believe it because you had the chance to come out. But then what did you do? I get a message that you deleted those community fucking posts. That is the same shit Viper Island did. Do you know why? Everyone, do you want to know why he deleted all his G.I. Joe content? So nobody could go back and see the shit that he stole from other people. That is the reason why he fucking deleted all that shit. So why all these people are blindly supporting him? And he's not a kid. He's in his mid-30s. Let's just get that fucking settled. And I'm sorry, I'm not reading the fucking chat. So if anyone is telling me to fucking calm down or anything, we're well past that. The fact is, if you let people do a fucking witch hunt, not putting it out there. Now, what you did was you rebranded that channel and then you went down and you put that in every single fucking comment. We saw it. That's how you responded. Every single comment. But then you delete stuff. I looked at your Social Blade a long time ago. And there are people that can confirm, I would say one is one of them. I would say that, hey, I've told Tony's figs, but he don't remember shit. I've looked at your Social Blade and you have this big dip. It dips in views is when someone removes stuff, like what Viper Island does. The same way Viper Island removed all that content and now he's rebranded with a new logo that looks like a child made it, right? He removes it so people can't go back and see the stuff that he lied about. So now you started this new channel. It's all fresh, but you still have this old channel. But now you've deleted anything so people can't go back and look at it and read it. Now maybe you're trying to do the right thing. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, you're a piece of shit. You had an issue when I had Lenny on a Thursday with a friend. I watched your live stream. 7 minutes into it, you're saying, oh, they'll give fucking, I'm sorry, you don't swear. That's right. I'm sorry. Oh, they'll give interviews to guys that have under 3,000 subscribers. And I don't know if all the YouTubers, or I don't know if all the toy tubers are intimidated by me. And that's why Hasbro won't give me an interview. I guess I should be happy for those guys. And then you said, I contacted them once and I reached out to them. And I remember reading it in the comments. I remember reading it in the comments. You said that you contacted and they never got back to you. And it was, goddamn, I can't think of his fucking name. Whiskey Foxtrot Tango said, did you ever reach out to them again? And your answer was no. Well, they're part of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. I'm sure Whitney's fucking, that's her name. That's who you contact. I'm sure she has other things to worry about than getting some fucking toy tubers, whether it be me, you, a toy kind of mood, Dan Who, or whoever. I'm sure she has other things going on. So what you do is you wait a week or two and you reach out again. And you say, hey, you know what? I reached out to you. And I never heard back. And I know you're real busy. I was just wondering, I wanted to follow up and see if you've had a chance. I'd really like to get these guys on the channel. No one is intimidated by you. No one gives a shit that your name is Sharik and that you won't tell anyone you go by Shark. But it does piss me off when you let motherfuckers run around insinuating that we are the ones that are putting fake copyright strikes against you. And yes, my name was used. Hell, Jordan said I was fucking, slimy. You know what's slimy? Doing what you're doing, then deleting the community posts and all the proof. But you know what's crazy is that everyone has screenshots, because I was getting sent screenshots by multiple people. I know others have the fucking screenshots. So if anyone is you can go watch whatever you want. You want to watch Viper Island, go watch fucking Viper Island. You want to watch 3POA, go watch fucking 3POA. You want to watch It's Chad, go watch fucking It's Chad. If you want to watch Shark Eyes or fucking, I'm sorry, Adam, I am sorry. If you want to watch fucking Artist Shark, go watch Artist Shark. You want to watch Toy Kind of Move, watch Toy Kind of Move. I don't give a fuck. YouTube is big enough. But I do have a problem with people fucking blatantly attacking my character. I have said this before, and I will stand by this the day I fucking die. There are more than enough reasons to fucking hate me. There are more than enough reasons not to like me. Do not make up reasons. Now, this here is a reason for you not to like me. I will lose no sleep over it. This was brought up an hour before the show went. I had no intention of this. I couldn't believe how high my fucking blood pressure was when I took it right before I went on. It was literally 120 over 170 or 120 over 71. It's never that fucking low. And I'm off my blood pressure medicine. I wanted to see if losing the weight actually helped. It did until this. But it will come back down. I'm sure of it. So, if you are wondering, I'm not friends with him. I don't like this guy. I haven't liked him in quite some time, because when he said what he said, and he said it on the live stream, he just didn't use me by name. But it wasn't hard to figure out that when my interview with Lenny was going live that day, that it wasn't me that he was talking about. The worst thing is he probably should have waited to find out that it wasn't even an interview with Hasbro. It was an interview with Lenny. And I never had a problem with him before. But that was the true test of your character, and who you show me who you are. Now I'm showing you who I am. I don't like my character in any way being attacked. I said this before. Anything that I have fucking said here, anything that I say in Punk's Pit, I will say to someone's fucking face. And I tell everyone, do not come on Punk's Pit and think that it is not going to be, that no one's ever going to see it. Because all it takes is someone to do a screen record and it goes out there. So if you're willing to say something about someone, you better be able to say it out in the open. I don't delete content. I don't delete content. You know what? And Drew, big enough place for everyone. Why do people have to be scumbags? Why lie? Why act like someone won't punch you in the face? Face to face is totally different. Get guys on YouTube who are fake tough. That's exactly what it is. All right. And I'm not trying to come out here and be a tough guy, but I'm also going to stand up for myself and my own character. I can't say that I speak for Bobby B. I can't say that I speak for Adam. I can't say that I speak for Zen. Right? I can't say that I speak for any of those people. I'm speaking for myself and stuff that was said about me, but it was also said about them. And worse yet, I never said shit. I made it clear to people that I knew that I didn't really like the guy, but I never said shit. Now I'm saying my piece. But as far as I'm concerned, this is worse than Viper Island shit. This is worse than buying subs, right? And YouTube allows you to buy subs. YouTube finally said, hey, if people are profiting off buying subs, how about we make it real easy for you? I'm probably going to do a video on it if I can figure out how to get my Punks on Film password back, and see if it actually works. And I think the people that buy subs, I think they're trash. I thought Viper Island was like the worst YouTube content. I'm sorry, the worst G.I. Joe content on YouTube. I was proven wrong. Because a witch hunt was let, and again, saying witch hunt is like doing the whole like I support, like I told you, I think it's ridiculous. I support someone's dying or something. A witch hunt is when someone's actually witch hunting, but that's essentially what it was called. So, hope I don't lose anyone. Hope you guys are all still here, hanging out. I need to get this shit off. I think I made it perfectly clear that I have a huge fucking problem if someone is going to fucking attack me. And again, I have not been reading the fucking chat. I don't have a fucking script for this. Right? I don't fucking do planned rants. Matter of fact, like I said, brought up to me an hour before the show went. I told someone, I said, hey, hopefully I'll fucking calm down. But, yeah, I didn't. Who was I kidding? I knew I was going to. I knew I was going to lose my fucking shit. So I brought water up here. All right. So, that's it. If you like the artist Shark, or I think now he goes by G.I. Shark, subscribe to his channel. Watch his content. We don't do the same content. Again, that's what I don't understand. We don't do the same content. I actually buy figures and review them. He does 3-minute bursts that he gets most of his news from the full force. It's perfectly fine. If you like Viper Island and you're like, hey, you know what? I want fantasy. Go watch Viper Island. I'm sure his content will still be fucking fantasy. It's cool. Like, go enjoy it. If you like Mike Zero and you're like, hey, I want to hear about the biggest bullshit in Star Wars, go watch it. He looks like he's standing next to a dartboard. I bet you guys didn't have Mike Zero on your fucking bingo card today that I was going to bring him up. All right. Make sure the vein doesn't pop in my forehead. Usually you can see it there. It's pulsating out. Anyway, has there been any toy news? Is there any toy news going on? I gotta remove this. All right. So I'm just going to quickly here and just going to kind of quickly read what been said here. Liquid Identity says, said and done. I just tune out when the drama is the news. Hey, I'm sorry, but it's something that was said about me. I have to, to me, I feel like I have to address when something is said about me. G.I. Bro says, we're all punks here. We all have your back. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate that. Again, if you like his content, go like it. You know, I don't ever ask anyone to not like someone because I don't like someone or I have a problem with someone. I mean, that's not the way the world works, okay? Or at least that's not the way it should be. But at the same time, it needs to be kind of brought up. All right. So, all right, let me catch my breath really quick. You know what I'm going to do so I can catch my breath is I am going to play, because Tony loves him so much, a little Moss Man for you guys.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Moss Man, what are you doing back here? Oh, you see, so Skeletor, he had to go to the grocery store. He had to go buy more barbecue Pringle chips. And so he's put me in charge here for a little bit. charge you off. He said, "Man, Moss Man, I have to go to the grocery store, so I need to put you in charge of Snake Mountain." Yes, that's Skeletor. That's Skeletor. Right. Skeletor said since I was in charge, I could use the credit card and maybe go online and buy some action figures for myself.
Oh, some action figures sound kind of nice.
Yes. Maybe we can go to Big Ben. Yeah, Beastman, we don't say that around here. We go to HellDopeToys.com. They have the best prices in town, and they ship everything in one business day. One business day, Beastman. That means I buy it, and it comes to my house super fast, and they pack it all real nice. So when I go to do my YouTube reviews for my 5 subscribers, I'll be like, "Oh, look at this minty fresh packaged box that I got from HellDopeToys.com." So what are we waiting for, y'all? Let's go get that credit card and head on over to HellDopeToys.com right now before they run out of all the good stuff.
All right, so since Allison used one of her membership chats, member for 14 months, do we have the Creamery sound bite for old timers? You know what? Why not?
Welcome to the Creamery.
My daughter's not here. I miss my daughter when she's not here. Thank you. I like hearing my daughter's voice. She started driver's training today. She didn't get on the road. I took her out a couple times in the parking lot, and she drives tomorrow. I'm like, you worried? She's like, no, not at all. She's like, no, I'm not. She goes, but we're doing the parking lot, and then we're gonna do residential. Hell, I'm more scared of young drivers driving in the residential when this car is so close to the road and shit than on the actual road. So anyway, again, guys, if that turns anyone off, I do apologize. It's just something I have to address. Just unfortunately, how it, just what I have to do for myself. I don't expect anyone else to. And again, you guys can like who you like. I will never ask someone not to like someone because I don't. All right. Cobweb says, off to work the night shift, popping in to hit like real quick. Well, thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. If you guys have not voted yet, please vote in the poll. 70 votes right now. And it seems like the delays aren't really bothering people yet. For some odd reason, so many people seem to be bothered when I go on the social media. Ted Darklaw says, I took my kid on a drive to the parking lot, then the residential, then the road. Now she's 21 and still can't drive. See, I think my daughter is going to be the exact opposite. Like she's the smartest of everyone in our family. I may have said that before, and I know when you see her come in, you might not be positive about that. But she really just grasped it. And, I took her down the street into this fairly large parking lot where you can drive out into a somewhat main road and then drive home, which was less than a mile. She parked, and I'm more worried about the backing up. Like she doesn't understand the cutting of the wheel and how it turns. And I'm like, just go slow. And once you cut it, you'll start to feel if it goes the opposite way. Ohio drivers, am I right? All right, so let's quickly take a look at this HasLab, and then we'll get into the news, and we'll come back to the HasLab at the end because it wraps up. Well, let's be honest, we're still going to be on, right? So I should not have unshared the screen, but oops. So if we do a nice little refresh here, they're sitting at 12,789. So I said when they had just over 3 days to go that they would hit it. My mod, and I think a few other people said, yeah, there's no way. I'm like, yeah, there's going to be a big boost, but there was no real spike in 2 days, which shocked me. I really thought there would be more. Did anybody back this? I think so, Wraith. I think that it will hit. I think it'll hit 4,000 fairly easily, to be 100% honest. Just because there are going to be BBTS and other places like that, toy shops that will want to back it just so they can have it. And remember, the less there are, the more it's actually worth. So, but I am interested to see where this thing will end at. It has moved up a little bit, but yeah, it should hit 14,000, and I think they need to hit 15 to get the second tier. No, 14,000 to get this figure. Now, if they get to this figure within the last, let's say, 2 hours, which they have to do that in like 20 minutes, then there might be a big push so they can get the final guy. That's going to be the big thing. So I'll be interested to see how it is. Did anyone in the chat back this? If you did, let me know, because I would definitely interested to see if anyone backed this, because it's hard to say what is a good, what's a good price, what's not a good price, because they're putting out. I mean, there's the license. It was confirmed. It was confirmed that the reason why it was delayed was a Lucasfilm thing. They gave them less time than the other HasLabs, which I found pretty odd, and also gave them 2 different tiers. But yeah, this is really, again, kind of, I mean, I thought that it would do more. I know people are upset that it doesn't have a floor. I don't think that not having a floor is that big of a deal, just because it would cost more, believe it or not. If I heard someone say they really should have done just like a cardboard floor so you could set it on top of it, but that would start to warp, and then your figures wouldn't stand properly, and you'd have to put stupid stands down, and then it would kind of mess up the whole effect of what you're looking at. So, Stanley says, I'm classified priority in ramen toy, bread car, and razor. Yeah, I think most of the people here are going to be are mostly into the classified. Well, I can't speak right now. Classified line. Zen here, again, first name basis people. This is a true HasLab. I agree. Like, this is exactly what it was meant to be. And now we've seen people. There was one guy that said they should allow you to pick it for either the 1/18 scale or the 1/12 scale, 1/18 or 1/12. Like what? Like, first off, it would cost $700 to fully get a fully funded 6-inch version of this, but they're not going to have 2 different scales. Like, people just think like, hey, Hasbro says, hey, whatever it costs, you make. They don't do that, right? They have a budget for everyone. But again, we will check this towards the end of the night and see where it's coming in at. But I have a feeling that it is going to fall short from the 17,000 that I thought that it would hit. All right. Move this. All right. And let's see here. 79 votes. That means 79 people have been here. How many likes do we have? If we got 79 votes, we should have at least 79 likes. I do have 82 people in the chat right now. One might be myself, because obviously I have to watch and see what's going on. 44 likes. How I got 44 likes, yet 80 votes. Come on, people. Likes. Plastic Syndicate says, hey, what's up? We have Toy Matrix here. Secondly, there's not enough Black Series figures to fill it. Well, they would have had to make more, and that's what they did with this. They had a whole bunch of vintage figures. They're either lined up and they're going to be doing it, or they have announced it. I don't follow the Star Wars all that much. I see the stuff, I talk about it. So, I just gave a dislike just to be different. Hey, it's engagement. Crazy, like honestly, it is. It is engagement. If they offer just a couple of I know the word, I can't say it. Chairs and cups for $50, I would buy that, but I am too poor to buy the entire bar. It is expensive, man, and it is one of those things where you really have to. I think, in all honesty, I truly do believe there's a big, huge crossover with G.I. Joe and Star Wars. And you may not want to do projects like that right after one another. Maybe fit Ghostbusters in before Star Wars. Let's say Star Wars, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Transformers. I don't think there's a huge crossover with Transformers and anyone. And then Marvel Legends. Because I think the crossover between Star Wars, Marvel Legends, and G.I. Joe is huge, and I think it cuts into it. And I think that everyone is high on the G.I. Joe train right now. And so people are looking at that, and they're like, hey, you know what? Let's hold off on that. Let's just wait, and we'll get it when, we'll wait to see what the G.I. Joe is. Because everyone is pretty much under the assumption that it's going to be the Rattler. And I have no reason not to believe that. I've been told by someone who does know a lot of things that it is a Rattler. I think the Rattler is going to be expensive. He says that it's probably going to be a higher. They'll probably be around 300, but there'll be more to hit the to hit the goal and get the tiers up there. That's one way to work down the price, the cost. So, Payne's toy samples. What's up, kids? You got any of them? Then their action figures. I got all kinds of action figures. They're all over this damn house. Great to see you here. When has a Guardian Angel says, when has a billion-dollar company ever delivered on time or early? Well, I'll be 100% honest, and we'll talk about it when we get to it. I don't understand why anyone thought the Dragonfly was coming anytime before December. If you look at the other HasLabs, it's running the same time frame. And I would rather it be done right and properly rather than get it out early and have shit fucked up on it. But that's just me. I want something that I'm spending $275, $300 after taxes. I want it to be done as good. It's going to have QC issues. They'll have. I mean, both the Sky Striker and the Hiss Tank both had slight defects. Not on everyone's, but so they're going to have some. I'd rather have as few as possible. Johnny Reno is convinced that it is a fire bat. Transporter 8, honestly, they don't think we all have pocket fatigue. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of Transporter, this is not Transporter. It is the guy that played in Transporter, but I started watching The Beekeeper. I'm about an hour into it, and it's fucking awesome, right? It's awesome. I'm finding they found new, unique ways to kill and hurt people. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Just say there are unique ways that I have never seen before, and I loved every second of it. And I'm only like an hour into it, maybe 45 minutes, something like that. I had to stop and do some other stuff. Dax said there had to have been major issues that they found during opening, maybe Glenda's face. No, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You got to understand, like that was never going to be the end of like the final product. They're constantly getting these ones in there. And it's one of those real interesting it is one of those interesting things, but man, these things take time and it sucks, but I'd rather it be right. But we're going to get into all these delays later on. So let's get into the toy news. I've wasted 46 of your precious minutes. I definitely do appreciate it. 80s Toy Boy says, my stepmom wanted to see The Beekeeper, so we saw it in theaters. Did she know what it was about? Or is please tell me she knew what it was about. Or that maybe she was shocked by it. We have Dem Guts, Sub Pumpkin Chat. We have Fat Red is in the house. Have we reached the point yet? I'm here for Roman, the topic. Oh, hi, Larry. Roman is crashed out. Olivia and I, we went to the beach yesterday and took her, and he was fine, but we walked him way too much, and I think his poor little paws got raw. It was not that hot, so it's not like the ground wasn't too hot, but it was a long walk on the beach or around the peninsula that we have to walk on, and he was limping. He was barely moving at the end of the day. Like, he was just so sore. And he's been like that today. But he's gotten better, so it's not like there's anything to worry about. But he is crashed out on my bed right now. So, all right. Doge said, no, she wanted to see Jason Statham. The 80s Toy Boy says, oh, she loved it. I'm not a huge Jason Statham fan. He can act one way and one way only. But it works for most of the characters that he plays. But if you said, hey, he just changes his name, he is the same character in every movie, and he moves on from job to job to job, I'd be like, yep, I fully see that. All right, so let's get into some Masters of the Universe. And we've got to see the Revelations Man of War, which is Man at Arms, but this is when he relinquishes being Man of Arms and he becomes Man of War. The back of it, you see this, obviously his face. He's got a mace for a hand because it makes it easier. Eric Thurman says, I have 2 pugs and some said to get them dog shoes. He will not wear them because we've tried getting them in the winter, because he'll go out in the winter and sit out there and then he's like limping in. But yeah, unfortunately, he wouldn't wear them, and it'd be so hot. It'd be so hot. Mr. Mad Gus is here. What's good, Lawrence, and all my fellow chat punks? Man, I gotta say, the people are gonna go back and watch the replay and not know what happened, and they're gonna be shocked. But anyway, we're starting to see more of these Revelation figures pop up, these Masterverse. I don't collect them. I do think they look really great, especially for the price. They're still at a really cheap price, and they're a big hunk of plastic. I think they articulate pretty well. I know there's some things that they don't have. They don't have butterfly. I don't believe they have butterfly. I took all mine down other than Scareglow and then the He-Man, the Skeletor 2-pack from SDCC from last year. And those guys are actually really, really big. Bigger than the other ones. So, look, same picture. But here's everything that you're going to get. So you do get extra hands. Get the mace that goes on. It has a gun on it, blaster. So if you're interested in this, go out, get it. Yeah, Oz, you're right. I didn't think they did, but I didn't want to come out and say they don't have butterfly joints and people get yelled at. I think these articulate perfectly fine. All the G.I. Joes have butterfly joints and very few of them work at all. That's why I love Mattel. The prices have stayed the same for the most part. They've gone up a bit. I mean, all those Origin figures were $15, and I think they're $20 now. So, I mean, G.I. Joe. Did the Joe start at 18? I think they were 18, then went to 20. Then they went to 23, or I think for a real short bit, they jumped up to 25. Like the $23, I don't think it was even around long enough to say that it it was there. I get the new Eternium Masterverse figures, some of them. Okay, I gotta ask. Do you spell I out for a reason. I don't want to be mean. Like, I'm sorry, soul brother. Like, I put it up there, everyone sees it. It's I. It's the letter I. Oh my God, are we done with Motu yet? I need McFarlane Batman news. Oh, don't worry, there's lots of Batman news. But before that, we have Tila, Sorceress Tila, Snake Armor Sorceress Tila. I didn't understand all of this in the series, but I will say this: that artwork, she is fucking hot. All right, she is smoking hot in that, and I am secure enough in my masculinity that I can say that, man, she is smoking hot. But here's the figure. She's got the snake staff, her snake outfit. Again, I didn't fully understand it, and please don't try and explain it in the chat because I'm not going to be able to read exactly how that goes. But Aaron the Twin says, finally another person in the chat that can't spell. My man, I'm the other dude that can't spell in the chat. You also can't say Ollie. It's not Ollie's, it's Ollie. Poison Ivy Tila, says Robert Strebin. TK Storm, nice to see you jump in here. So Tesla's mom is the sorceress, and there's serpent blood. Yeah, but I'm like I said, I'm not gonna try and get into it. I kind of gathered that, but man, it was all over the place. This is not nice to say, Ted Darklaw. All right. And where's my Mossman my third commercial for Mossman? Anyway, so all right, well, you know what? I'll just stop it here, Ted, because I'm sure right now you're looking at it going, "Yep, he's damn right. Look at that. Don't tell me that's not smoking hot right there." So here she is. She's got the staff, little magic, the big snake tail, some extra hands. Why on these hands are they like they have the fingernails and like the gauntlets go up, but over here on this, on the He-Man jacking off hand, they don't have that. Just asking for a friend. All right. So here is the box art for Two-Face and some guy holding it. Too Bad, not Two-Face. I know someone's yelling for Too Bad. Slippery snake. I'm a snake. Slippery little snake. That reel will last forever as being one of the best. That guy with got the little snake hat on, and he's doing his little slippy little snake. All right, 99 votes. Do toy delays really bother you? This would give me a really good, accurate idea of how many people watched the stream. But here is the artwork for it, and if you want it, I think it's on. I think it's a Mattel creation. So, all right. Wraith Mace gifted 1 Punk membership, and it went to Lone Dragon. So, congratulations, Lone Dragon. Thought you already were a member, but I do not. I don't talk Action Force news anymore, Felipe. I still collect some of it, but I do not talk about it anymore. McFarlane Toys here. Ed, you might see a Batman in here. You might see 2 Batmen. Who am I kidding? You're going to see more than that. All right. Let's hear it, guys. Who's getting this? I guarantee you some of you are going to get this no matter what, right? It is Dance Off Batman from the 60s. is there anyone that's going to say they're not? I don't plan on getting it because I have no need for it. But I look at it, Derek Holloman right here. I need this. There's going to be so many pictures coming out with this. But I gotta say that sculpt looks really, really good. Aaron the Toy Answer, that's the groovy Batman. It's too crazy to pass up. A sub Don 3. I have never seen you here, so thank you for jumping in here. If I'm wrong, then in our little chat, my mods will say you're an idiot. That guy's here all the time, and he's a great contributor. And if so, thank you for your contributions. Toy Matrix says, "What? I'm all in. Love some Batman 66." Well, that's the thing. It's technically not Batman 66. It's part of the multiverse. So I do wonder if this will be on a bigger buck, because that would really screw a lot of things up, right? Is this on the 7-inch buck? Because all those figures are a little bit shorter because they're actually 6-inch. You're never going to get the 7-inch in that Batmobile. You don't even get the 6-inch, to be honest. Not Batman, but old Bruce Wayne with his dog Ace. And I gotta say, they nailed the sculpt on this. Like this look, I feel like I'm looking at Batman Beyond when I look at this. Because yeah, this thing is just it is. I think this is awesome. I love the Batman Beyond TV series. I thought that was such a good show. I've said it before. There's only 2 people that should don the cape and cowl. That is Bruce Wayne and then Dick Grayson. But in the future, I have no problem with Terry McGinnis being Batman because it is after Bruce Wayne can no longer do it. And you would assume that Dick Grayson doesn't want the mantle. Hell, he never really wanted it. But yeah, this thing is absolute. I think this thing looks awesome. And you get Ace. Unfortunately, there's no articulation, so you're not gonna get a dog like you get, Junkyard when you get Mutton Junkyard. He's just gonna be standing right there. But let's be honest. How well can you really pose a McFarlane figure? Then there's this guy, Clockman. I don't know. I can tell you this. No kid today could read what time it is. He'd have the upper hand on everyone. So, but yeah.
I have advice for chat.
Okay.
Chat, don't buy a gaming chair. It's really uncomfortable.
That's my son. As you can see, he doesn't mind barging in any less than my daughter does. So he's saying don't buy a gaming chair. It's uncomfortable. He's been sitting in that gaming chair for like 2+ years. It has been that uncomfortable. Clock King. Okay. I can't wait till they do a Jokerized version of Clock King. All right. Oh, look, if I would have switched it, I would have seen exactly who he is, Clock King. I know that both Marvel and DC, they both have some really awful characters. It's impossible not to, especially the bad guys. It's impossible not to. But it's not just me that feels like DC has by far the worst bad guys, right? Not all of them. Joker's awesome. Harley Quinn is good. Lex Luthor, the Riddler. I think most of Batman seem to be actually pretty good. Brainiac. These are good bad guys. Fucking Clock King. Seriously. I mean, this type of shit is just awful. And I know these things were made a long time ago, but man, awful. Here we have Agent Liberty, right? I think I said that right. This figure actually looks pretty cool. Very basic, has a balaclava. So, if you like this, This is the collector's edition. I wanted these collector's edition. Why did they all say that? This is collector's edition, and then there's this one that also says collector's edition. They're the same fucking figure, aren't they? Oh, they're different figures. Wait a minute. They have 2 clock. Oh, man. He made 2 clock figures. Like, not, man. I didn't even realize that. So there's 2 different Clock Kings because everyone was like, no, I need more than 1 Clock King. Give me 2. Agent Liberty again, another repaint. McFarlane really is just doing this whole chase thing. Every single figure I think has a chase figure. And no one seems to ever want the chase figures. So Don says there's platinum collector's versions. Again, I don't collect this. I do like the way a lot of it looks. That's why I do talk about it. So don't get mad at me for not knowing everything. I'm not talking to you, but someone else is watching on the replay. Or they're just sitting there going, you're an idiot. All right. Back to what I was saying. There are 2 people that should be able to don the cape and cowl. Bruce Wayne, who, in my opinion, is Batman. That Bruce Wayne is his alter ego. This is the Dick Grayson Batman. And that's cool and all. But how do I know that this is Dick Grayson? I mean, you can't see the face, right? They don't have, well, maybe they'll have an alternate face. Dick Grayson is like 2 inches shorter than Batman, or 2 inches shorter than Bruce Wayne. That is established when he takes over the cape and cowl after Azrael, and when he takes over and when he meets up with Commissioner Gordon, he says you're not the first guy. And he said, does it matter? And he said he did with the other guy. You're shorter. Like he made it perfectly clear that he knew that he was shorter. So I do like the way this looks though. But if you like the way this looks and you're like, hey, you know what? This is going to be my main Batman. You can't tell that it's Dick Grayson's version. Now, maybe there's something to do with the belt. I'm not sure, but the belts have always changed throughout the year. So, Punk, there's a glow-in-the-dark McFarlane Joker. On Zoic, just saying, I know you're into glowy shit. Uh-oh. Did you just say that right before Ted Darklaw? We don't say that name around here. Just like we don't say BBTS. I think that commercial has eliminated me from ever getting a BBTS sponsorship. But that's okay, because they're my buddies. But I really do think this Batman looks good. And again, even though I hate their pins, I can overlook these pins because they're all the exact same color. They don't look all that bad. It's not really Batman. It's not really Superman. It's both. I know you probably didn't think that you needed a Batman Superman mix, but Todd knew you did. Uncle Todd was like, you know what they need? A mix of Batman and Superman. I got them. So that's what you guys get. A mix of Batman and Superman. This just reminds me of the what Hasbro does with the Star Wars figures where they look like crayons that were melted together. This is exactly what this reminds me of. I don't know who wants this. I don't know if there was really anyone that said they want this. I often wonder if Uncle Todd is sitting there at the back of the chair, at the back of the table going, we're going to do this. And everyone's like, oh, okay, sure, good idea. I'm like, God, this guy is old and senile. But yeah. Ted Darklaw says he needed it. Okay, well, if you need it, then Hella Dope Toy should order a whole bunch of them. And then you can have a whole thing of, hey, living with Super Bat. I don't even know what his name is. Now here comes Red Hood. Hard to mess up this guy's face, right? So the original Red Hood being dropped into a vat of acid or something like that. Vat of toxic waste, maybe not acid, toxic waste. All right, so Sean Forster says composite Superman is awesome. I'm assuming that is the last one we were looking at. I think this figure looks really good. For the most part, his body is a nice suit. You can't screw up the fucking head sculpt. I mean, even Uncle Todd can't screw up the head sculpt on this, which is a good thing because it would be bad. Cool picture of Batman losing his grip or whatever with his stupid little purple gloves. I know he wore them in the comic, but it's still stupid purple. Here's how he looks in the packaging. Yeah, I think this figure actually looks pretty good. Good idea. Cloth cape. You can do a lot with it. So, my buddy Customs, they could reuse the body to finally give us an Alfred figure. Don't they have one? I think they already have one. And I guess we have to do this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Aaron the Toy Enhancer with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. For my man Woody, because this is for Woody. This sound is only for Woody, but since you are donating for him. Woody, that is for you. From the Toy Enhancer. Make sure you send him a text and say thank you. And since I am having Woody on, he actually sent me his phone number and said, hey, this might be easier to get a hold of me. Because I don't know if you know this, Woody has no social media. Woody, I can't wait to find out how you actually got on YouTube, but you have no social media presence at all. Not even like just an account so you can follow other people. But hey, Jason better as Red Hood or Hush because he was a terrible Robin. My son loves Red Hood. He absolutely loves Jason Todd as Red Hood. As I was going through Ollie's pictures for his the senior, I'm doing a slideshow. We're having a slideshow run on PowerPoint. And I didn't realize my son was like Red Hood for like 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row for Halloween. No other kids have Red Hood. But yeah. So here we have the Spectre. I forget. Someone tell me who this is. I can't see right. Oh, yeah, I can look. Didn't say who it is. That's how much I know these DC figures. Well, I'm really interested to chat with you. Really interested. So then there's this Wonder Woman. It is a fidgetal. Isn't that what he's calling it? The fidgetal. It's like a figure, but it's digital, and you get a digital version of the figure. I don't understand this whole fucking digital thing. I don't. Oh, yeah, it's Ragman. You're right. There's 2 Ragmans coming. Who I think actually looks pretty decent. So I think there's another picture that I have of him. At least I saw another picture. So here's your Wonder Woman. If you need another, I think it's a classic looking Wonder Woman, right? You have a chance to get it. So, Tony, I hope you didn't overspend to get the other Wonder Woman. Here is Batflick. So this is Batman from The Flash. I'm trying to remember this suit. I only saw the movie once. Wasn't the greatest movie. Had potential. But God, do they know how to waste potential with DC movies. Allison said, it's like NFT, but for toys and equally worthless long term. Yeah. But again, like an NFT, it's a digital picture. I can just go look up Wonder Woman and have a whole bunch of digital pictures. It's not that hard, right? Matter of fact, you look up digital pictures all the time to do coloring. I don't know. Why are they still making toys from The Flash? I thought we all agreed to forget about that one. I enjoyed The Flash. I am not going to lie. I did enjoy it. It wasn't a good movie, but a lot of the Easter eggs, it was fun seeing Michael Keaton be Batman again. But no way was it a good movie. No way in hell will I say that it was a good movie. But remember, these, again, Lenny has talked about that, hey, these figures are, 18 months in development. So that movie came out, roughly around that time. And, Uncle Todd, he's going to continue to make it. All he has to do is slap some figures together, slap some parts together, throw a multiverse on it, and hey, there you go. Here's Ragman again. I do think this looks good. It looks like he's on a slimmer buck. The cloth cape is good. I have no idea what Ragman is. I'm assuming he can kind of control his clothing. That is like rags. That would be my assumption. It was delayed forever. But he probably didn't start making the figures till then. But yeah. Woody says, Tagman looks dope. He means Ragman. I just don't want to read it wrong. And then people say that I read it wrong when I was trying to fix it. Is he a hobo with superpowers? The guy who plays the Flash keeps me from enjoying it alone. Not a fan of his. Okay, so Mr. Mad Gus, I'm with you 100%. The one thing that I can honestly say about that movie is they did a great job when he goes back in time that his character sees how annoying he was, which I thought was really good. That's the type of stuff that says, hey, this has a chance to be really good. It just wasn't. Say hi to James Lucas. Derek Holloman says he's a contortionist. Okay. And here we have the convention exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con. So you're going to get a box of 3 figures in black and white, except for their chest and I guess Wonder Woman's headband, tiara, right? Why wouldn't you do Batman? I mean, why wouldn't you do Batman's belt like that then? Because that's pretty iconic. I mean, that's pretty. I don't know. So anyway, there you go. If you want this, it's a superpower. So this is the what are they? Are they 4.5 inches? 5 inches? Yeah. Matthew Madison, Ragman's portrayal in the Flash TV series is creepy as hell, as much as that show could be. Are you talking about the new Flash with Gus? Right? Gus. Can't what the hell's his name? Grant Gustinson. I was trying to call him the name of Gus from Psych. Like that's the Gus that came into my head. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to take a quick second here because my daughter is calling me. So I'm going to give you the long Hella Dope Toys.
Oh, hey guys. So Lawrence, he had to step away for a little bit. He's got a case of the grumble dust. So he asked me to kind of watch over a stream. He put me in charge of y'all. He said to me, "Oh, Moss Man, I have a case of the grumble dust, and I need you to watch myself for a little bit so nobody leaves and finds out that there's more interesting things to watch on YouTube. And also, I hate Ohio." So I was like, oh, dang, so now I have to come up with a topic for my very own show. And I was like, oh, what about talking about your favorite toy stores? So my favorite toy store is HelloDopeToys.com. So they used to have this really bad website. It used to look real scammy. Like if I gave them money, they were going to go spend it on like blow and hookers. But now their website is really nice, and like I can just go in and do like 1-2 click, and then my order's placed. And they ship super fast, guys. They ship everything in 1 business day. So like I get all my toys first. So when I'm out there on the playground and all my friends are like, "Oh dang, Mouse Man, where'd you get that action figure?" I still have to wait 17 months for mine, and I'm just like, well, I went to HelloDubToys.com. And I just pushed the buttons, and then they shipped it out to me. And the packaging is so nice, guys. Like, I opened up the box, and I thought, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kind of packaging. It's so nice. But then my trash can gets full because of all the packing stuff. And I was just like, oh, dang, I just changed the trash. But now I gotta change the trash again. Oh, you're right, Matthew Matson. You can use the code APWT at HelloDubToys.com and save 10% on your order. So how that works is, so you're going to save 10%, and then a Punk with Toys, he has to pay that 10% that y'all save. So if you don't like Lawrence, you can just go to HelloDubToys.com and just buy a bunch of stuff and rack up his bill. So then, like, at the end of the month, they're like, HelloDubToys is like, oh, Lawrence, you owe us $1 million because of all the 10% codes that everybody used. And yeah, that's how that works. Okay, guys, so it looks like it's time for me to go now. So make sure you go to HelloDubToys.com and like and subscribe, and then in the comments put what your favorite toy store is. But if it's not HelloDubToys.com, I'm probably just going to delete it, okay? So, all right, guys, bye!
All right, sorry about that. My daughter called. She knows, I mean, you guys know she knows when I'm live, so I thought maybe something was wrong, but she forgot that I was live, and somehow my Hulu account isn't working for them at her mom's house, so that was it. But anyone that has kids and they call you and they know you're doing something and they normally wouldn't, you got to take it. Anyway, here it is, Superpowers. If you enjoy this, get it. Tony, asked one of the Toy Kind of Mood guys to grab this for you when they're at San Diego Comic-Con, or order it off his site. And Ramen Toys, Ace, now my good buddy Ace, has officially entered within a license agreement with Tetsunaku. Maybe I said it right. I do not know anything about this company. From what I understand, they have Speed Racer. He will be doing a live stream, I believe, on the 19th to discuss it. So if you are interested in seeing what Ramen can do with an actual licensed property, you're going to get your chance to see it. I will say that everything that I have seen him doing looks really good. Gotcha Man. Yeah, I have no idea what Gotcha Man is. But I did hear that one. I knew Speed Racer. But I really hope Tatsi says they're doing... They haven't announced anything. They've just announced that they have a licensing agreement. And I believe I saw that on the 19th they will be doing a live stream to discuss it. So, but yeah, so once it comes out, you'll be able to see some licensing. Hopefully, this leads them down the road where they can get other licensing agreements. It would be awesome if they got a real licensing agreement with, Hasbro to do some of the G.I. Joe vehicles that they're not willing to do. I don't think they will. I don't think they would allow that, considering how Classified is doing, and if they know that they can sell it for the price that they're getting, why wouldn't they do it? Because they're going to sell a hell of a lot more. So, Snowwolf says, yeah, that could be interesting. It really could. I mean, I know I was hard on them about the delivering aspects of stuff, but everything that we've seen at PowerCon, I think I can't speak for everyone. I can't speak for anyone, I guess, but I believe that Ed and Tony and everyone would agree that their stuff looked absolutely amazing. So, Super 7, my favorite company. Again, I'll say, I don't have a problem if they're going to charge me $20 for a Rancid figure. Because I know not a lot of people want a Rancid figure. Not a lot of people are going to do it. G.I. Joe, Transformers, that's where you're ripping people off for something that they don't want. I just want a Rancid figure. It'd be cool if his hands could actually hold the guitar like he's playing it, but hey, can't ask too much. But these are some Misfits figures. And they are in the squatty potty position to fit in with your Masters of the Universe. If you're like, hey, you know what I need? I need another faction of Sam Hain, Danzig, and the Misfits. Now, if you don't know anything about Glenn Danzig, he was a singer for the Misfits and Sam Hain. Sam Hain became Danzig. In all honesty, they kind of just all follow the same line. And we have Sergeant Reds here. Bah. I bring up Super 7. This has to be John because he's not a big fan of Super 7 at all. For many reasons, probably the same reasons that I've heard other people are not big fans of Super 7. So, but we'll take a look at these figures. So here's Glenn Danzig with his microphone. The truth is, this might be a life-size Danzig figure. I know I'm the last guy that should make fun of short people, but this guy is actually pretty short. Was short and stocky throughout the day. He became short, stocky, and kind of fat. The shirts that he wears don't help anything out, but he has his customary big skull. He's got his upside-down cross. No way that he can actually reach and speak. It would be cool if Super 7, I don't know, maybe gave some bendable knees. Don't want to do anything like that. Warchest says, I would be more into Black Flag. Well, the problem with that is Black Flag has had like 84 different lead singers. Where the current lead singer, Mike Valley, who is a professional skateboarder, one of the greatest skateboarders of all time, he's the singer. As far as I'm concerned, there's Keith Morris, who, when you hear his early stuff, it sounds like Circle Jerks, because that's how that guy sings, and then Henry Rollins. And then there's other guys that no one cares about, including Greg Ginn. Here's the packaging, which I think looks awesome. So, Castle Grayskull, we're using the Danzig logo. I think looks absolutely amazing. I really do think that this is awesome. So, I won't be buying it, especially not considering I'm pretty much done with Master of the Universe as is. But I do think this thing looks really good. Here's the back of the packaging. Show you Sam Hain. Same figure. For the most part, they obviously got rid of the cross. They get rid of the different waist. So he doesn't have the Danzig symbol, but now he's a bloodied version. I wonder if Bobby Valla is going to have an issue, because I thought Bobby Valla was the only person that had to bloody every single one of his figures and then toss them out and send them out when people don't really want them. I disagree. That big security guard that he pushed, that leveled his ass, yeah, he bended to that guy really quick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go Google Glenn Danzig gets knocked out by bodyguard. Yeah, he was hand plant, all kinds of street plants, no comply king, all that. He was awesome. He still is awesome. She's bloody variant. Well, this is not a bloody variant. This is Sam Hain. So it is an actual different character. Well, I mean, it's still Glenn Danzig, but as Sam Hain. Now, it is kind of funny that they remove the Danzig skull because he's Sam Hain, but they still put it in front of the Castle Grayskull skull of Glenn Danzig. So. And they give different back art. It's weird. It seems like they go out of their way to put money somewhere when they really should be doing better articulation. So here he is for the Misfits in his skull outfit. Again, another repaint. Same figure, right? We keep getting same figure. Oh no, oh, you know what? I take that back. Danzig has the nice fluffy hair. Here he has the devil's lock. And then he has the same here, the same devil lock here. So I know no one cares about Glenn Danzig. Then we got Jerry Only with the huge devil lock. I do like the outfit of this. You gotta love the guitar. So the Misfits one I could actually get behind, except for it's gonna be way too expensive. So I'm not gonna spend money on it. But with different different skulls kind of busting out there. And then we got the Fiend. Again, different head sculpt. What is a pugil stick with a with a pumpkin on it. So I wonder if this glows in the... See, if they do this in glow in the dark, then they might have me. Of course, they'll probably jack the price up $10. All right. They're repaints. They love repaints. Repaints are great for them. So here is your Snake Eyes repaint of issue 21. I think this is the third or fourth time they have done this. Allison says we are getting a kitty litter goblin version of him from the meme. God, I hope so. If you don't know, look up Glenn Danzig with kitty litter. All right? Look up Glenn Danzig. I can't. I wish I would have mentioned that. Why did I mention that? I'm like pissed I didn't mention that. I have this figure. It's what it is. Unfortunately, the Uzi doesn't fit. Same artwork in black and white. It does look cool. I'm not gonna lie. It does look cool. As long as you don't open it. And wow, I really have to hit it for this one. But where the hell is it at?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And Woody 222, just because, insert reason here. You know what? You get another one just because. Just because. But I can only do so many because I feel like I need to go check my own underpants. Why did I say underpants? I've never used the word underpants. Never in my life have I used that word underpants. Mr. Wonderful says, dude crushing it with the toy lead soundbite. No, you have the actual flushing sound. All right. So this is a reaction figure. 5 points of articulation. Again, I'm cool with spending... Well, I only spent like $9 on this figure because he had a bet. It was a messed up card. I'm okay with it. He got 2 guitars though, which is cool. Those types of figures, I'm fine with $20. No one's gonna really buy them, right? It's a niche market. Like Skank Man, from Circle Jerks, the Gorilla Biscuits, Agnostic Front, which I don't have because I didn't want to spend $20 on it. But this here, you're gonna sell a lot. You really need to fix that price. All right. So then there's this. Now, I don't know what you guys think of this. I mean, I think this thing is hideous. It's just awful. Though you do get the Cobra Trooper's rifle, which is cool. It'd be way cooler if it fit classified scale, but it doesn't because he makes 7-inch figures. This is going to be the best posing position you're going to get. Now, Emerald Knight will do some amazing artwork with it, I'm sure. But this is just awful. And I want to say hi to Random diorama is that Turbo Man. Yeah, pretty much. So here's everything that he comes with. He's got the crossbow. He's got his little blaster pew pew. He's got Duke's backpack. The Cobra officer sniper. The Dragunov. A bunch of hands. Now, I don't know anything about this figure. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I don't know what the history is. But I don't get this whole two-tone and how it looks. I just think it looks ridiculous. But I think people will buy it. I think people think this is awesome. Beckley says, one of the rarest Cobras ever. I love Cobra more. I don't get it. But again, like I said earlier, if you like channels that I don't like, you're more than welcome to like it. If you like, if you like figures that I don't like, it's okay. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm going to make fun of you, but hey, it's okay. You can make fun of me about things that you don't like. It's a Power Ranger gone wrong. Clown shoes. But yeah. Comes in this box here. And then here's how it looks. He'll probably be missing something because Super 7 has the worst quality control of any toy manufacturer going right now. And that is that's a fact. Hey, stop licking your paws. You need them to heal. And then Zartan. This looks awesome. Adam, these are 7-inch scale. And they will not fit with classified at all. You cannot make them. I've seen people try and make the bat fit, and they're like, "Oh, it works because he's a big bat." No, he looks stupid. So you can't mix these at all. I think this looks really good. There, I said something nice about Super 7. They really nailed the colors. He's supposed to change color in the sun. I don't know why everyone is so hooked. I don't know why everyone is so like stuck on that gimmick. I didn't care for it as a kid. It made very little sense, and it makes even less sense as an adult. So, but yeah, again, I think this figure looks really good, but Matthew said, until you get it in hand and it breaks. Aaron says, I bet it's going to break if it ever hits the floor. Well, you just don't be playing let the bodies hit the floor. Let the Super 7 hit the floor. All right. Here is the covering. It's top secret. It is nice that they do some stuff like this. I'm not going to lie. They do a nice job when it comes to their overall presentation. It's just the figures fall flat on, they're poor quality. You don't know if you're even going to get proper quality control. The reaction figures have way better quality control when it comes to like paint apps and stuff than the Ultimates that you're paying $55 for. Here's the packaging. It looks like it gives you 3 of the exact same faces. Shocker. So. And NECA. So if you want that, there's not much Joe news. I don't know. If there's some more Joe news, please let me know. I didn't see any more Joe news, so it's actually a pretty slow week, to be 100% honest. So NECA. So I'm lost. Because this is like the third bloody Predator Prey figure that I've talked about. And I'm pretty sure there are 3 different ones. So someone please let me know if I'm going crazy or not. And I just keep on talking about the same figure week to week. But I feel like they've shown, like they've different accessories and the paint's different, but they're all bloodied completely. Aaron says, I'm about to go make a short Super 7 face getting smashed on the floor. Let's see how. I want to see how long it takes for the vac mounter to pop off. It's a bloody pugil stick. I don't remember what he's holding. It's got to be in the movie. Now these do look really good. I do like the translucent clear and how the blood flows. It really does fit that whole aesthetic of him fighting and having his camouflage on and blood is coming down, and obviously you can't hide that, right? But yeah, let's see. PNC says this has more blood on the right. Last one was on the left, but I think this is the third one. That's where I'm confused. I'm pretty sure that they've done. This is now the third one. Maybe this is the second translucent one, and there was the first one that wasn't translucent. He had a lot of shit, like a lot of shields and stuff. So, but it's hard to say. 2024 year of the blood figure. Hey, you know what? That can be one of those like top 10 bloody figures. I think Vala already has like 5, right? But again, this thing looks really good. NECA, man, I haven't messed with any of the Predator figures yet. I gotta get one because I think they'll be sick ass fucking photography shots. I don't do sick ass photography, but I think it makes sick ass photography shots with them hunting down Joes, because basically you have a whole team. All right, so Matthew says there's 2 releases, but is there 3 bloody releases? I swear there was. It's hard to keep up because they also look the same. I know my G.I. Joe for the most part, other than Cobra Immortal. So, but if you want it, go out, get it, have fun. Toys are supposed to be fun. This might be the shortest stream I've done yet. Because I think I'm at the end. Again, I think everything looks really good on this. Here's the Prey box. Here's everything that he does come with, which he does come with a lot of sticks, the bloody stick, different hands. So they must have got a discount on red paint. New Bloody Tampon White Pandora hasn't come out yet. Bloody Pandora and Bloody Bone Collector. Is that all the bloody ones he's had so far? No, I can't start over. My blood pressure is too high from the first 45 minutes. Unless you guys want to see me stroke out, I don't think I can do another rant. But you're welcome. No, you said we were going to talk about HasLab, punk. Yeah, we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about the topic. 127 votes right now. I got to say that. Do we have 127 likes? How did I get 127 votes? But how many likes do we have? I'm willing to bet not 127. Yes. Don't forget delayed HasLab, the actual topic. I don't have a Snickers, but you know what? It sounds really good. 75 likes, yet 128 votes. Math, people. That's not working. All right. So this just showed up. This is from Dinosaurs. Now, they showed off this before. Not this figure, but they showed off another Dinosaurs figure. I don't remember it ever coming out. But I would assume it must have, right? So did the original Dinosaurs character come out? Because I remember talking about it, and I remember people were like super excited about it. But I don't remember ever seeing it actually come out. But I do think these look cool. I don't care about Dinosaurs. I never watched it. I remember it being there, but I don't remember watching it. But if they're like anything like Elf, these things are just going to be, really cool. So he's got a hard hat. He's got his lunchbox. I think NECA still gives you some of the best accessories out there. Sure Guy says, I switched accounts and threw another like at the stream. Do your part, people. Come on, we all know you guys have burner accounts, all right? That's how we strike people. We have burner accounts. Then it can't come back to us, and nobody can tell us who's actually striking them. Swear to God, it's like fucking Star Wars. If you strike them down, they'll come back more powerful than ever. They just come back worse than ever. Anyway, you guys have burner accounts. No, but I have multiple accounts for multiple things, though. I will say that. Of course, I don't have any fucking passwords, so I can't do nothing with them. Anyway, Dinosaur Guy. Does Dinosaur Guy have a name? He probably did. I should probably write this shit down. I should become more proper of a YouTube channel by now. You know, we close in at almost 90. We got 77 people now. We were in the 80s for a lot. But I gotta say, I mention it all the time. Again, these figures, they look really good, just like Elf, but great accessories. So here's his packaging. Here's the accessories. They doesn't come with very much, which is kind of shocking. Although his hard hat is different, he has soft goods. So I'm sure someone's going to buy that just so they can get those accessories and probably toss the dinosaur into a box. Derek Holloman says, "It's my one and only. It's my only one already hit that like," and I appreciate it. And I hope none of you really have burner accounts. I have multiple accounts for multiple things: personal, Punks on Film, a skateboarding one. Like even my mod, he has a burner account. Eric Thurman says, anyone seen the Bazooka movie? I have not, but it continues to pop up in YouTube. Is it worth the I think it's like 2 hours long. Am I wrong? It's like 2 hours long. Is it worth watching if you watched it? Asking for a friend. So anyway, if you want the dinosaurs, again, I don't remember the first one coming out. I remember seeing it. His name's on his shirt. Earl Sinclair. Thank you. Thank you, TK. It's a long stream. I can't believe we're only an hour and 44 minutes into it. Okay, so War Chest Full of Toys says, I watched the Bazooka movie. It was okay. A lot of work for sure. Is it like it is like 2 hours long, right? I'm not wrong, right? I looked at it. I thought it was like 2 hours long. Checkpoint Bravo says Mike did a hell of a job. Again, I haven't watched it. It's just one of those things that it. Ted says the only thing worth watching is this stream. Oh, you guys have a wonderful stream too. Like Derek, I haven't, but I'm intrigued. I think we're all intrigued. And Eric Thurman says he does a great job. Okay. So now you kind of convinced me to probably go ahead, hit that play button, and watch it. So. Brick says, what's up with Gargoyles? I'm forgetting which figs they announced that we're waiting on. Macbeth and two other ones. I know Macbeth is one of them. And I can't think of the other two. Multiple accounts. That doesn't sound like anyone here. Goldstone. It seems like it's been forever. Like, weren't they shown off at like last San Diego Comic-Con? Oh, and Coldstone. Oh, I'm sorry, Cold Stone, not Goldstone. That's right. Goldstone's not real. But there's 3 of them. Anyway. All right. Fresh Monkey Fiction. So a lot of this stuff was shown at Joe Fest, but they finally got it up there. Cold Stone Creamery. You're not part of it. You need to join, then you can become part of the creamery. All right. Fresh Monkey Fiction here. So I know we discussed these guys last week. I think this is better pictures of them. I don't remember which ones I had. You have the Legacy, which has really cool books. There's some figures I want to see in Monster Force. And as I see these, I'm like, we got to do. So we have, the ambassador of Relay, which is the hairbanger of Doom. But clearly, he has the hooded Cobra Commander look. They're really going to use this. I don't blame them. If Hasbro's not going to use it, everyone's going to have a chance to make their own hooded Cobra Commander. Nobody will have any excuse not to do a hooded Cobra Commander because eventually there will be a blue figure that is hooded, and all you'll have to do is buy a Cobra water slide and you can throw it on his chest, right? But when I see these books, it makes me think Monster Force needs to pick up that phone and make a deal with Bruce Campbell to have Ash and the Necronomicon in Monster Force. I mean, you have guys that are going to fight the forces of evil, monsters. How do you not have Ash? And then the other two is we need Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then we need Angelus and Angel. Now, again, just 2 different head sculpts. Don't give me 2 fucking figures. That's what I want to see. I mean, would Joss Whedon, would he allow that? Is that something he would allow? Those would be fucking awesome. So, this is season 4 under development here. I can say Chatsworth. I'm not going to say, well, Shurikan. There. Shurikan. Shurikan? No, Shurikan. Not Shurikan. Shurikan. Okay, sorry. I got that confused. Shurikan. Okay, I'm sorry. I got lost in my head for a moment there. Factor says I was going to, but you beat me to it. Yes, they need the Necronomicon. Yeah, but they need Evil Dead's Necronomicon. No, you're right. He doesn't have anything else going on right now. He doesn't have anything else going on right now. And here we have Viper Scout saying, Khan! And Shark Eyes, Adam is laughing because he knows. Shorukan. Oh, I thought it was Shurikan. Sorry. They need to do a Necronomicon. It was published years before the Evil Dead. They can't necessarily do the Evil Dead Necronomicon. But remember, Bruce Campbell owns the rights to Ash. And I don't feel like Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi, like, to me, I feel like they'd be totally on board with them doing something like this. Like, it would fit in perfect. So yeah. So we have more Soldiers of Fortune, these close combat operatives. Now these are just your basic bucks. This is the same thing that Valiverse does when they give you the $20 figures. Pretty much, I mean, they come pretty close with the same type of accessories. Valiverse gives you one gun, 2 heads. I think maybe they're giving like a third head now with a mask on, like with the mask on it, and a bunch of hands. Here they are. They're giving you 1 rifle, a suppressor, and then a sidearm, and then a helmet and a mask to go with it. So doing the same thing, you can allow you to army build, then you can customize. But we're just gonna get a bunch of these figures. It seems like this is now the 4 colors that we've already seen that I can think of. Richard Byrne says if they do Ash, can they do Delta 88? I don't know. And it's Ash Williams, not Ramen. Ash Williams. You had me think. I had to think about it. I think I had to think about it. But yeah. Pro tip. Pro tip. You can search these words on Google and click on the microphone icon, and it will pronounce the hard words for you, Larry. Good prep for next week. Yeah, I spend enough time here. I don't need to learn how to say words that I'll fucking forget by the time I get to it. But thank you. I appreciate it. You know what word I can say? I can say fatrid. That's one of those words I can say. It just flows off. Fatrid. Now you have 2 extra letters on it. I don't know why. But I just stop with fatrid. Anyway, so these were the ones that they showed off, and I was really excited for Red Riding Hood. This is all that we got was just hand drawings or digital drawings, not even digital renders yet. So you have Red Riding Hood, Agent Harker. So again, when you see stuff like this, you go back to you're doing vampires. You're throwing in all different types of lore. We need Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We need the Sarah McGellar Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not the other one, although she's hot too. But that's the one that I want. An angel along with an Angelus face. Awesome. That's what we need. Well, good for you. Then you can send me the CD. Do you have the 9 CDs that it comes with? All right. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I asked him Sarah who. Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's not Matt Geller. All right. They need Sarah Jessica Parker or Story. I didn't say it. He said it. 44D2. What did you miss? You missed not very much. The opening has the first 45 minutes is more entertaining than anything else you're probably going to hear. Lawrence, how many heads do the Joe Fest Monster Force figures come with? You mean the ones the exclusives? One just comes with the glow in the dark one just comes with the 1, and then the Dracula comes with 2. So you can't tell. Like, it doesn't really matter. All right. So I did show a picture of this last week. They show this up on screen. I couldn't find it. So here is Commander Gridiron. If you guys don't know, this is Mark from Gridiron. Wonderful paint job. I think the guy that did the paint, spot on. I don't think anyone could have done a better paint job than this, because, I mean, it's perfect. When I think of paint jobs, I was like, if I had a figure, this is who I would want to paint my figure. But, this guy's going to get some Gridiron weapons because, I mean, he is Commander Gridiron. Alternate face here. But I think this thing looks really awesome. No doubt about it. And then we have Dr. Tanis Ran, clearly some sort of werewolf. Comes with a pistol that looks weird. And then he comes with a phaser. I guess they're working Star Trek into the lore also. It's Commander McGridiron. Now this piece here, you can't see that I'm circling it. Can't see that I'm circling it. So the weapons of mass destruction, the chemical weapons inside of it, that is a gridiron thing. So once again, gridiron is taking a lot of their stuff. I will be so interested to see how the gridiron stuff turns out, because it's now being plastic mold injected, which they can get a lot more detail out of 3D printing. I know some people will tell you that they can't, but they do a wonderful job and they can do a quick turnaround. So, but again, this whole Fresh Monkey Fiction is just knocking it out of the park. So here's the other figures, the red and yellow. It's only a matter of time before they do a blue one, right? I don't think they did a blue, and they need to do a black one. Again, this is something Val has been doing for quite some time. People want an army build. I think after a point, you know, Hasbro's giving you enough to army build. Now, if you're not collecting Hasbro and you want to army build someone else, then there you go. And then here we have more Operation Monster Force. We have the Fog and the Goblin, 13 ghosts. Lots of swords, couple sides. Well, actually, 2 swords. I can't say lots of swords. 2 sides, 2 swords. Thank God they did not put the swords on the side and on the wrong side, because Matthew Matson would never shut the fuck up about it, because no samurai would wear his swords on that side, because there are no left-handed swordsmen. Todd C. Yeah. So, yeah, think about it. Like, are you army building, or are you cutting back on that for vehicle room? Because I'm blown away by what people can purchase and what they're buying. So, and we have Zazo's Clubhouse. What's up, cool dudes? I know he was just live. I don't know if your live just got done, but thank you for joining. Everyone, hit that like button if you haven't yet, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know there's a lot of people. Every time I start mentioning hit the subscribe button on the lives, I jump up and I realize there are a lot of people that are not subscribing. And it's understandable. And of course, we have Black Genghis. KJ, how are you doing? There's another wonderful live on Thursday before me. Check his out, and then when you're done watching his live, you can jump over to whatever I'm watching. Remember, Thursday with the Friend, it is made to be rewatched or watched later on. It's great to have the interaction, but it's okay to sit back and watch it. Anyway, so there's a couple karate chop hands, fist hands. This guy has, I don't know anything about the Fog, but clearly his hands, so his right hands are a little bit different. I wonder where the size go. That would be interesting. But anyway, Wayne Hollison, how are you doing? And let's see here. Can we get the real Soldier of Fortune for the ramen bread car? I mean, don't you think Ace has got to be working on some? I mean, Mr. T likeness is going to be the hardest one to do. I think he's the only one that would probably have a huge problem with it. Dirk Benedict and what the hell's Murdoch's name? They don't seem like they would have too much. They probably license it out to him. Anyway. And then we got the I mean, basically, if you can get rid of the eye patch, you kind of have Yeah, I can't think of his name. Hannibal Smith, but I'm trying to think of the actor's real name. Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that. Colonel Siege doesn't. I mean, I know he has the cigar, but yeah, I don't see. Hannibal was an old, laid back guy. Colonel Siege comes off as very high strung. George Papard, thank you very much. He's buried in Dearborn. I think I drive by it all the time, but not one of those sick fucks that goes and mix up that stuff. All right, so we're gonna get a couple head packs, and they're throwing in a lot of heads. I mean, what can I say?
That's what she said.
There's a lot of head packs. I do like the way the neck works here. I really wish all the ball joints just were universal. So you can put a Vala figure on one of these, and you can put a G.I. Joe. But honestly, Hasbro really they screwed the pooch on this. They fucking keep changing it. I know they're going to continue to do the same thing, but they're supposed to go to having a uniformed one going forward. That will be awesome, but there's so many heads that it's already fucked. You have to do Drummelling. You got to do stuff like that now to fix it. Yeah, you're right. Everybody loves head, including Al Snow. So here's your blue hooded Cobra Commander, just in a suit. And then you have the Saboteur with a rocket launcher, shotgun. We got some 6 of dynamite, the bat. Man, I'm telling you, if these figures come out how we think they're going to, man, they're going to be so fucking good. But yeah. So here's the Operation Monster Force. Now, these are the Eagle Force. These are the 4-inch figures. They're really the one company, right? I guess Star Wars does it too. Hasbro does it with Star Wars, but that's kind of different. There's not many companies that are trying to do 2 different lines with same figures, and 1/18th and 1/12th. It looks like Skeletron might try it, but it is it's a costly thing to do. But anyway, if they're anything like this little figure here, I'm assuming these will be really good. So, you have Delta Red, the Vampire Soldier. I can't read this guy's name. Green something. Green Ghoul. That's it. Crime Lord. He looks a lot like Mask. I really think what Fresh Monkey Fiction does is really cool. They get away with really pushing the boundaries of taking a property. So you have Red Ninja here, or the Arrow, the Sharpshooter, Claw Commando. But yeah. But these 4-inch figures are really good, and I really do think I got to get some more. Everyone that actually told me, I agree. They're really good. And that's for you. I know it's Chad has said it numerous times how good these are, and I'm really high on this Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff. Here's a monkey that goes into space, but if you don't want it to be a monkey, then you can change it. There's your Star Commander. Voyager, I don't know anything about this. They just kind of got lumped into it. Say hi to Unboxing Art. I got the Urban Vampire Soldier pre-ordered. Got to review one and give my opinion on these figures. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the 4-inch figures. They are really, really good. I don't know why I just sound like I was going in slow motion. My battery was dying, but I did. TK Storm says, with the limited run size on these, save us to pre-order if you want them. Their 4-inch line is already tough to get up. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier today. And you can get them from BBTS. So if you decide that you don't want them, then yeah, you just kind of cancel the order. But you can't jump in this line and become a completionist. There's just so many of them. So then we have more Eagle Force figures. We have Captain Eagle, the leader. Sorry. That is very generic. Captain Eagle, the leader. It looks like does he have glasses? Or I don't know what the hell that is. It looks like he has glasses. I wonder how they fit. And then we have your SWAT commando. Unfortunately, I can't read what it says. But again, there's not too much to show. But this guy does come with an eagle, right? Eagles are cool. Action Force 100th to clarify. So I ordered the 100th figure today. Can't wait. It's the 100th figure that's really like the 91st figure, but we designed him after those one. Whatever. And that's the end. I told you this was going to be an early show. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and quickly jump over and take a look at how the HasLab is doing. We have 50 minutes before it's going to end. So let's share the screen here. And see which one it is. All right. All right, so here's our HasLab. It was at 12,835. Are we at 4th? Are we at 14,000 yet? Let's hit this refresh and see. Ooh, 13,601. Matthew, I'm glad I didn't bet anything. I am so glad that I didn't bet anything. I definitely thought this thing was going to hit all 17. It hit 17,000. I thought once we got to see the when we had over 3 days left, I was like, there's no way it's not going to hit it. People want those extra figures. They probably would have done better not putting Greedo in. You guys happy? Greedo. So you guys are mean to me. Just saying. But yeah. It'll hit 14,000. They'll get the one tier. Like I went up, it just went up one. Oh, maybe it won't. I still laugh at the Rancor. The Rancor was so close. So close. It was like what 300 away from it. And they're like, no, we're not doing this. And TK Storm here, says, yeah, Greedo number 4,900. It says, I think people can only afford one HasLab this year, and the compendium has my HasLab. Well, I actually discussed that earlier. I think with, I talked about this earlier, so all the people that are now joining, they can hear me talk about it. I think one of the things that Hasbro should probably rethink about doing is not doing a Star Wars and then G.I. Joe next, or a G.I. Joe going into Marvel Legends. I think there's a huge crossover when it comes to Marvel Legends, Star Wars, and G.I. Joe. I know there's a huge crossover between G.I. Joe and Star Wars. So they really should have done, let's say, Star Wars Ghostbusters, which doesn't have a huge crossover, and then G.I. Joe. But I think right now people are waiting on G.I. Joe. Everyone is convinced that it is the Rattler. They think it's going to be more. So yeah, it's one of those things where I don't think people are, I think people are scared and they don't want to put this. But I think that if the G.I. Joe HasLab wasn't coming next in right away too, I think you may have, you might see a bigger push. I also think that no matter what they do, there's going to be some backlash because the Star Wars people are just, they're so divided on what scale they are. G.I. Joe is no longer divided on the scale. The majority of people want a 6-inch scale. Unboxing Art says, I'm all in for the Joes. Forget that other garbage. Well, Arsenal of Pew Pews. Gabe here says, can I pay in for... hey, if you have a like a PayPal account, someone use PayPal credit and tell me if it works, because I'd rather use that with the Joe one than the PayPal credit card, because they're two different things. So, my favorite part of a stream is when we can tell that someone is 10 to 15 minutes behind. So 44D2, we are now in the future. You are listening to us in the past. When you get to this point, you may want to speed up to the future. And we have TK Storm here. Smash that like button and subscribe, my dudes. Thank you very much. Yes, please hit that subscribe button and please hit that like button. We are now sitting at, quickly I can see, 147 votes. I don't know how many likes we're at. All right. So, yeah, it's okay, Jay. Yeah, I agree. What I'm saying is I think that they should break it up. Let's see, what is that? We will check on this once we get to 12 o'clock. It's not moving very much. It'll hit 14,000, but it ain't going to go much past that. So we can move that really quick. So I really think, they made the mistake of having 3 HasLabs going at once. That was beyond a mistake. That was just stupidity. That was trying to get your money in at the end of the year before the fiscal quarter ended, the fiscal year, and make things work. But unfortunately, you had one that didn't fund. But I think they do a better job if they space it out. Other companies cannot be concerned when a HasLab comes, or Mattel Creations come, or let's say, Steve, thank you for joining here, or Delta 17, if they do a crowdfunding for their helicopter. If RoboSculpt, no one can be concerned about that. But Hasbro can be concerned about their own property. And it would really make way more sense for them to take stuff and say, all right, we know there's a huge crossover when it comes to G.I. Joe, Star Wars, and Marvel Legends. I don't think there's a huge crossover with Transformers. I know there's not a huge crossover with Ghostbusters. And then they have other ones that they can do. I don't think any line should get more than 1 HasLab per year. It's just not fair to the consumer, because I'm only going to back G.I. Joe. So I don't really care what happens with Star Wars, Marvel Legends, and anything like that. But I do want them to be successful for people that are interested in it. But there are people, like my buddy Greg. He backs a lot of stuff. He doesn't do Transformers, right? He doesn't do Star Wars, but he does Marvel Legends. It would make more sense to have Star Wars, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Marvel Legends. That might work the whole year, because they're supposed to go 45 days. I believe they only gave them 30 days for this Star Wars HasLab, because it was already pushed back. And it was confirmed to me that this was a Lucasfilm thing. It was not on Hasbro's fault. Hasbro had it ready to go. There was licensing issues. And that really sucks, because it hurt Yojo June, which I'm fine with, because an extra month, especially coming off of Joe Fest, I was okay waiting a little bit longer. Because again, whenever the Joe one goes up, we have 45 days before they're actually going to take the money. So you have time to sell things off if you want. But yeah. Sunny Sundry says, definitely want the space motorhome from Spaceballs. No, the Sentinel was already done. The Rancor, Sky Striker, and Proton Pack all finished within 3 days of each other. It was, and it ended in December. And Emily said they learned their lesson. But the point was, I mean, the fact is, it was stupid. You didn't need to have a fucking degree to know that that was not a smart idea. But I believe this was a play on Hasbro to work the numbers. So it looks like you have a better fiscal quarter. Hey, let's do this. They weren't thinking, and it's going into Christmas. Well, guess what? A lot of toy collectors, believe it or not, don't live in their mom's basement, and they do have kids. It's kind of odd if you walk up to your kid and say, hey, I was really going to get you a lot of toys for Christmas, but I had to support the fucking Rancor and this Sky Striker. But don't worry, when I die, it's all yours. I don't plan on dying anytime soon. Oh, I also won't have it for a year and a half. Just it just wasn't smart. It's just my personal opinion. But I think that I think they've learned their lesson. And to me, it would make sense to stagger those three properties because the Transformers property it's completely different. I know there are some that do collect it, but it just seems like a completely different property. So I think you could just kind of do a round robin like that and never have to worry about Star Wars finishing and then a G.I. Joe starting or G.I. Joe finishing and going right into Marvel Legends. But G.I. Joe is the big one right now. Like, that's what people want. And people want that Rattler if that's what it's going to be. And they're worried about the price because no one knows what the price is. I think they would have had a better chance of it hitting all the tiers if they would have staggered it a little bit better. But like Kay just said, hey, my money's going to certain places. They can't be concerned with, what the comic is doing right now and having that big, huge. They can't be worried about other people. They have to be worried about what's in their own house. And they could fix a lot of things in their own house that would solve a lot of issues. Just my own personal opinion. All right. So let's get to the topic, which I did put in here. We have 151 votes, and I said, do toy delays really bother you? So 27% said yes. 73% said no. And that's how percentages work if there's only two. You see a lot of people that seem to get really, really mad about this. I don't fully understand why. Now, do we like seeing this stuff delayed? No. But I mentioned this before. I've talked to Tony about this. I've talked to others. Unless you're doing reviews and you're trying to get stuff out early, like myself, I'm not going to say I'm not one, like Bobby B, like Travis Moody. If you're not first, you're Moody. But if you're not doing reviews, there is no reason to worry about things being delayed. I do reviews. I do like to get them early and get them out because it does help the algorithm. It does help the views. But I don't get mad about it. I'm not going on rants on YouTube and Instagram bitching about it. Especially because when Amazon says you're about to get Beachhead, and then it gets pushed back, and it's pushed back 2 months, and people are furious. I hate to break the news to you, but Amazon can't deliver something they don't have. Here's another secret. Amazon, Pulse, BBTS, Entertainment Earth, they're not sitting on product going, oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to sit on this, let it sit in a warehouse and not ship it. Now, I specifically left out Target because Target has these release dates, these street dates that they will not sell stuff early for their exclusives. Now, what is odd about that is the upcoming 2-pack of Roadblock and I can't think of his name. Who the hell is Roadblock coming with? Someone tell me. But Paul Tripwire, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Steve. The date that Hasbro Paul says is going to ship is a week earlier. Now, if I'm correct, all the stuff that is exclusives for Target have always come out on the same date or after. Because Target sets the date because it's their exclusive. So I found it extremely odd that Hasbro Pulse is supposed to ship it like a week early, where they'll be sitting in the back room at Target. Now, Walmart, on the other hand, they'll just ship the shit when they get it. They're so bad with that, they'll just ship it, which I'm fine with because I use PayPal credit when I order stuff at Walmart, and they charge you right away. Now, if I use my PayPal credit card, the PayPal credit and PayPal credit card are two different things. They won't charge you till it ships. But if you use PayPal, whether you use PayPal credit or you actually pay with PayPal, they charge you right away. And I will say this, when you cancel something, they do send it back really, really quickly. Tony's Fake says here, more expensive item delays really don't bother me. For me, Hasbro is catching up to my customs, which is really nice, which are really nice placeholders that can have their own display or cannibalized for other customs. So I want to discuss this here. More expensive item delays really don't bother me. For me, Hasbro is catching up. I fixed that for Tony. See, not just me. Up to my customs, which are really nice placeholders that can have their own display or cannibalized for other customs. See, sometimes it's not my reading. Sometimes I have to fix people's paragraphs that they leave. And unboxing art, that's another thing. I review and don't worry about having it before others. And you know what? I say no matter what, when I get Doc and when I get Beachhead, there's already 100 reviews out there. I'm going to do it. Do I wish I would have got Beachhead and Doc earlier? I do. Because I know that it helps the algorithm. I know it helps get it out there. But I know that's not the only reason why people are tuning in to watch someone's review. They like to hear their character. They like their voice. They like the way they show stuff. They don't like the way certain people show it. So even if I have something first, there might be people that don't want to tune in. And all that's good and well. Sabir says, so that does create a massive cost issue if some of the waves are pushed out and collides with other releases that were slated for later in the year, but this will all converge in August, September. So that can be somewhat of a concern. I see exactly what you're saying. And I'm not Travis. I am pointing out something that is relevant. I still do the reviews. Also, did anyone notice that Travis, who always complains that Bobby and I get figures before him, so we get reviews first. He got both Beachhead and Doc before us. And does he do reviews on them? No, he does. He does a ranking video rather than doing a review. Feel like you missed your mark there, Travis. Anyway, but yeah, but it seems like there's a lot of people that are bitching about it, and it's not just GI Joe. It's it's Marvel Legends, it's Star Wars, but the fact is, you're gonna get your figures. If we were going back 2 years, 3 years, which we still do it, the moment things go up, people are trying to grab and get those pre-orders in. Why? I mean, I do it too. So I'm not trying to shame anyone. I do it too. We are so conditioned that it's going to sell out. And you have so many people in the G.I. Joe community who is absolutely awful because they're buying from Amazon and from Pulse. And they're bitching that Pulse sold out. Well, why doesn't Pulse have more? Well, Pulse has an allocated amount. Pulse is not Hasbro. You're not ordering from Hasbro, who is just picking from their factory and they're just shipping it over from China or wherever it is to get here. I'm sorry, I meant China. But they have an allocated amount. They're going to sell out. And then you go to Amazon or you go to BBTS. But there's so many of these people in the G.I. Joe community that don't seem to understand that you don't have to be only there. And let's say hi to Gaz. Man, I saw Gaz here. Gaz says hi to Ryan. I thought he said something earlier. I think there it is. Evening Punk. Check out Gaz and Sergeant Slaughter. Is it still Sergeant Slaughterhouse? So Gaz and Zazel do a show on Monday. I think. Do you guys start it at 7 or 8? Check their streams out because I've caught them now past couple times. Usually it's before I'm waking up or after I wake up from my nap. This time it was after my blood pressure went through the roof. Good old times. And Severe says, I got Doc, Jinx, and Retro Beachhead today, so I'm good on this wave. Yeah. But Beachhead was like this close to getting here, and then it just stopped. And then it did come. But hey, you know what? It's going to come. I'm not losing any sleep over it. Matter of fact, I sleep really good after I've lost the 10 plus pounds. It's amazing. It's amazing how good I sleep. But it just seems like a lot of people, and maybe it's just a vocal minority. By looking at here, either people don't want to admit that, yes, they get really bothered by it, or they're being honest. And I like to think that the people here are honest. Again, if you're not honest in my chat, I don't know whether the fuck you can be honest. Chad N says, been a while since I could catch a live stream. Ambulance company had me working nights like crazy. Man, you and Tony should chat about that, man. Because Tony is he's on the AMBO too. I need to get a siren for my AMBO people. How about that? My AMBO people, my police officers. Do we have any firefighters? I know we got some police officers. Do we have any firefighters here? That'd be interesting to find out. I've never heard anyone say they have any. So anyway, so I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Oh, I have my chapstick. All right, guys, take a drink. If you're not addicted to chapstick, then you don't understand why I use it so damn much. Like Tony's face here. Chad, you and EMS, bro, you probably told me already. Tony, he might have told you in this fucking chat and you already forgot. I know. I think I might have brought it up a couple times, but Tony has the worst memory of anyone in the chat. I don't know everyone in the chat. I do know Tony has the worst memory. I can say that because Tony won't remember by the time this chat is over. We can address the draft, and that's kind of what brought this up too. So they told you when it was coming, right? They told you it was coming. Not really sure why anyone believed them, all right? These things run, 14 to 18 months. That's what these HasLabs run. They don't start making them till after it funds. The His Tank, they should have put it in. They should have been ironing out all the details after day one because it funded that damn quickly, right? But I don't think that they can send over everything till after it actually funds and the money is in hand. And that's too bad because we could have got it 45 days earlier. All right, Steve, take care. I got to get you on Thursday with a friend, but I am booked through August. I'm awesome. Did I really just say I'm awesome? All right. Kay Johnson. Hey, Punk. Have you checked out the Mike Hunter? Have you checked out the Mike the Hunter new bazooka film? I have not. We were actually just discussing that earlier. Also, great to have you. And I don't know why do you have fart noises after your siren? We were actually just talking about that. I don't want to try and butcher your first name. But we were just talking about that, and some people said it's actually pretty good. He puts a lot of work into it, but it's like 2 hours long, right? That scares me because that's as long as fucking The Beekeeper. Unless if I saw it wrong, maybe I saw it wrong. I which is possible. I don't see things right a lot of times. But anyway, I'm definitely going to check it out because, again, if someone's going to put that much work into it and something that is G.I. Joe related, I definitely want to see it. And here it is, G78, because I am not going to fuck up that name either. I know you've been here before, so I don't need to worry about saying that. The Bazooka movie is pretty good. It sounds like a lot of people are pretty happy with it. Todd C says he does a good tunnel rat voice too. All right. Ooh, look at this. Cobra Commander jumping in to say 13,916. Get excited, everyone. Will they break the 17,000 mark? You know they run a little bit longer too, right? They still got to add up a few. How many will BBTS order? I don't think 3,000. K-Dog, Lawrence, have you do I have an opinion on the Valor's hand and head action packs yet? Well, I don't. I have opinions on them. I don't cover Valorverse anymore. It's just a personal preference that I've decided. I will say this. I think I don't need more fucking hands. I know they're different hands. There's a salute hand. There's the middle finger hand. I think the middle finger is really overblown with things. It's not a big middle finger person. I'm sorry. It's okay. People wreck my name. Quambina, right? Tell me, Quambina. Quambina. What? I am a photographer. I don't like middle fingers. Yeah. No, I think yeah, and I do not know how to pose a figure. You're absolutely correct. Quabena, right? Quabena. All right, well, I was close. I just turned the into an E. I will fuck it up next time. Don't worry. um, again, I think for me, rather than give all the exact same hands with every single figure, how about you mix and match them so people don't have to buy hand packs? I think that solves the problem. This way, just say Q. Okay. I think it's just easier. I think it would be better if he just mixed and matched some of the hands. So then people don't have to buy an extra set of hands. Of course, he's also in the business of making money. So if they're going to work and they're going to be universal and fit, all the characters, then good. I don't really need it. I don't need a trigger finger, or rusting trigger finger. All right. I mean, I guess for some photographers it would be great, but it has to be photographers specifically in a niche of Valivers. So, Aaron says, "Can we just call you Johnson?"
That's what she said.
But back to the HasLab. They gave a date. I saw that date and I went, this thing ain't coming to November, December. And I have no more inside knowledge than any of you. All right. But it's just looking at the history of the HasLabs and when that it's coming. So I have no issues. And as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I would rather them get it right than send out something that's going to be fucked up. I have two HasLabs, the Sky Striker and the Hiss. I have no issues with the Sky Striker, but I'm not naive enough and stupid enough to be like, well, if I have no issues, then no one has issues. We saw the issue. Some people can't get the landing gear to go up all the way. Some people have what was it, 2 right arms or 2 left arms on Cobra Commander, something like that. They totally somehow in the design of redesigning the exact same fucking crossbow that Scarlet had, which came out in 1982. Someone somehow missed that it needed a grip for it, so they could actually fire it. And people got some really stupid reasons on why it was like that. So there's an issue there. The Hiss, unfortunately, the Gull Wings doors, the canopy, they don't go down all the way on everyone's. Mine doesn't go down all the way. Matthew Matson has said, I'm scared shitless to pull down that ladder because the ladder to get into the cockpit seems like it's going to break if I pull it down. So we already know there's going to be some QC issues. It's just a fault of Hasbro. I'd rather them have the least amount possible because, I can't speak for you, but after taxes, $300 to me, that's still a lot of money for a toy. And I can a lot of times justify it by being monetized, and I'm able to make some money doing YouTube to support this habit of ours. So I don't want to say I have less to lose than you guys, but mine is being monetized, so yeah, I'm making some money off of it. Most of you, it's coming directly out of your pocket. So I would rather wait an extra 4 months, which I already assumed was going to, it's when it was going to come anyway, than get some shit product. But that's just me. Maybe some other people are fine. I talked to Tony about stuff, and he's like, I don't really care. I'm going to fix it anyway. I'm a customizer. All right. So, when you look at stuff like that, you go, all right. I guess, if that works for you, but for me, I don't want that. I want it to be as close to being perfect as possible. But I'm not naive enough to think that everything is going to be perfect. I was trying to read something back up here. So I'm kind of lost in here. Quickly, I gotta look at something. But yeah, so that's just, that's my feeling on it. But again, not everyone is going to feel the same way. Not everyone is, has patience. I mean, the fact that I'm saying that I have patience and you guys got to see, my reaction early on today, you guys are probably going, you don't have fucking patience. But I have more than you might think. But hey, maybe Gun Buddy Customs, you ripped apart a his tank the moment you got it to break it down on film to show everyone what you can do. That is crazy on one hand because that's expensive. But it's awesome that you do something like that. I'm not going to do that because I'm not crazy like that. Curse of Fenrir. No, it's 2 hours. Halfway through, and it's entertaining enough. Plus, it's bazooka. Yeah, that's it. 2 hours. Maybe someone else does something differently. But thank you for joining us. Cookies Bricks. I have 2 his tanks, and both have this canopy issue. It sucks, but I have no problem with it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, again, it's not something that is going to be Gun Bunny Customs, and I'll be doing the Dragonfly too. You are nuts, man. So let me ask you a question. Do you keep one like without breaking anything down, or do you just get one and you break it down? I'm going to commission Wood Bunny to make me a Joe carrying case. I'm going to commission Wood Bunny to do a lot of things around my house. Poor Roman will look outside and be like, there's no yard. I'll be like, that's because Wood Bunny had to completely redo the fucking yard and add to the house. But yeah, so I don't have an issue with, I don't have an issue that it doesn't go down completely. I wish it did, but it's not something. I understand that there are problems. I'd be more concerned if the brakes in my car had an issue and they didn't stop. Or have an issue with the gas pedal that wants to fucking accelerate when it shouldn't. Just my personal opinion. Gum Bunny says, I get 3 of each, 2 to keep stock and 1 to customize. Okay, so that's cool. I still think it's crazy, but you do it on YouTube. So if you haven't watched Gun Buddy Customs, go over and check out his stuff. These customizers like Tony, Johnny Reno, Aaron the Toy Enhancer, you need to watch their stuff and see what they're doing. Because I keep giving Tony, like, hey, Tony, you need to show people how to drum off that head. I know this is not the topic. This is going off topic. You need to show people how to drum off that head. Everyone knows how to use a Dremel. Everyone knows what to do. Not everyone is willing to do it because they want to see how it's done before they fuck up a figure. That's why I remove paint. I can't tell you how many people reached out to me, including B. Drew, the guy that I met at Sergeant Red's, that said, I didn't even know what to do, and I was scared to do it, and I saw your thing. And he goes, I went out and found it, and I had to buy that big bottle. You had to buy the big bottle, Tony. But that's, like so many people reached out and said, hey, thank you so much. I always wondered how people took that off. Well, this is how you do it. It's very simple. I'd never done it before, and that's why I made the video. It gets it still gets views. It's going to be one of those things that is. Ugh. I'm trying not to have a sneezing fit. But yeah, as G.I. Bro says, yeah, more head tutorials. G.I. Bro, have you gone and bought one of my sleeveless shirts yet? It's specifically there for you and your guns. Just so you guys know, like this is what Joe Fest was like. When we rib on each other, it's all like this in person. It is all like this in person. And then you add someone like Zen in, and it's even more over the top. And that's why you should go to Joe Fest next year, because I'll do everything I can do to get there. I know Tony will. G.I. Bro will probably fucking flap his fucking arms and fly there with those big old guns. Aaron the Toy Enhancer lives like 2 hours away, so he has no reason not to go. But yeah. Yes, Joe Fest was awesome. Joe Fest was a blast. No, I have two. You have two big arms. I have something to strive for before I get to Joe Fest. I need them to be bigger, right? I just need size. I already got the tricep, right? We all seen the tricep. All right. But yeah, so again, I just think when it comes back to these delays, whether it be Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Hasbro, you're just stressing yourself out more. If you've ordered from BBTS, you're going to get it. If you order from Entertainment Earth, you're going to get it a little bit later. But Hasbro, like if you order from Hasbro Pulse or BBTS, you're going to get the stuff. Amazon, they're known to cancel stuff. And that is something that you're going to risk. BBTS, I can't think of anything that they cancel if it's not something that isn't like a year or two like old that they've been waiting for. I know people were mad when the Valaverse stuff came, Wave 1, and they took forever to get it, and people were pissed. Well, it's not like they got it and they stuck it in the corner and said, hey, you know what? We'll get to this someday. And Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, delays are good for the wallet. They sure can be. Unless if everything hits at once. Gun Bunny says, Stanley, yes, sir. That was the plan, but I've been thinking of changing. Okay. So that's why you need to read the stuff before you just highlight it. But hey. TK Storm says, PSA, the Augusta Marriott opened up reservations for Joe Fest 25 today. TK, let me ask you, did you reserve it? And if you did reserve it, do they hold anything off your credit card or not? Because I know they can't charge you completely. So the truth is, there's no reason not to. If you're not going to get hit with a fee, there's no reason not to reserve it right now. You can always cancel later. Severe says, I canceled all my Amazon pre-orders for this current wave because they kept moving the order to. They kept moving them to order received way too much. Yeah, that is weird when they change it and just says order received and you don't know when it's coming. But yeah, so it's definitely one of those things where Amazon, you might get it first, but you're not guaranteed because they have been known to cancel stuff. The same with like Target. I don't think anyone pre-orders from Target except for Target. Target exclusives. I mean, if you are, good for you. You must love getting charged over and over and over and over and over and over, and just racking up your credit card bill before it drops off, because they are awful with that. But just order from Pulse, order from BBTS, order from Hella Dope Toys. Now order from Entertainment Earth. Yeah, it may take you a little bit longer. Matter of fact, they sent me something that something is processing. Go figure, right? It is. At least I thought they sent me something. Oh, maybe they didn't. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, another Night Creeper. I'm kidding. I forgot I ordered 2 to begin with. I probably should not have. Still have no Hasbro. Hasbro has not charged me for my dock, so they must not know who I am. I'm gonna have to make a phone call to them. Say, do you not know who I am? Cookies Brick says I only order from Target if it's an exclusive, and Paul sells out too quickly. And see, like for me, I order from 3 places: Amazon, BBTS, and Hasbro Pulse. I know it's bad, but they are the 3 that normally get it first. And then I'm playing the game of hopefully that once it ships out, I can cancel the other 2. I actually like to have it in hand before, but it's really not that big of a deal now because these things are very readily available. I have not. So Bobby B told me to reach out to them because they were looking for people to send stuff to so they could do reviews. And I reached out. He said he was going to send stuff, and he didn't. I'm not gonna hassle him and bother him. I'm sure there's other people that are willing to do it. One of my things is one of the reasons why I don't want to order from them is I don't do dyeing and painting. Not that I don't think I could do it. I'm sure I could find some videos how to do it, but I don't do that. So if he wants to send me some stuff like we discussed, so I can review it, then I'm more than willing to. I guess he was at Joe Fest. I completely missed him. And he was giving out some stuff. That would have been pretty cool. He was probably in the outside where we didn't know there was anyone. But I've heard really good things about his stuff. So I'm not trying to dog him or anything like that. I haven't done it. And when he told me that everything is just one color, I just was like, okay, I'll do a review on it. And if you're going to send it to me, I would be more than happy to do another video on how to dye it and stuff like that. But I don't really want to pay because they're pretty expensive. I don't want to really pay for it. And then I have to go ahead and do everything like that. But he makes them. Everything that I see looks really, really nice at what looks like to be an affordable price. J Solo Art says Amazon is also known to stomp a package. That being said, I received EO and Snow Serpent, and they look fantastic in the package. So if from what I understand, if you ask Walmart or Amazon or even probably Target that you want it in a box or this is a gift, they will put it in a box. How would they put it in a box that fits properly? That's a whole other story. So if you're an inbox collector, Amazon is probably not where you want to order from. Now, I do keep my boxes, so I want them to come nicely, and I'll be 100% honest, they should. But if you order a fan from somewhere, and I mean a fan, like a fan to cool yourself down, a blender, you don't care about the box, right? So you got to think, Amazon, Target, Walmart, these aren't collectors. These are guys, they're packaging, and they're like, well, it's already protected in a box. What does it matter if the box gets damaged? Personally, I think anything that you're ordering, they should be taking care of it. That box is a presentation, whether it be a fan, a blender, a crock pot, anything like that. That's your presentation. That is the company's presentation. Well, that is the manufacturer's presentation. The company's presentation, whether it be Walmart or Amazon, should be that it gets delivered nicely. Now, you can't help what happens to FedEx. UPS, Postal Service. I say DHL, but we all know DHL just goes to Stowe, Ohio, and then sits there till they drop it off at the fucking post office. Gun Money Custom says I've used a bunch of his stuff, and no one can say his name, and it's really good quality. I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I do not want to dog him at all, not at all. I'm just saying, like, we had discussed something, he never sent it out, and just like what I said earlier, when I was talking about Sharik complaining about, Hasbro not getting back to him, these are busy fucking people, and you need to reach out. I don't really want to reach out to him because I figure, hey, you know what? He probably has better ambassadors for his product than maybe he thinks that I would be, and that's perfectly fine. Right? Eventually, I'll probably order something, but at this point, what I do, I would rather order from Gridiron, obviously from Arsenal Pew Pews. Here you see Arsenal Pew Pews, lots of Arsenal Pew Pew stickers. I've ordered from Marauders, the Marauder Gun Runners. Their weapons are small. Weapons are small. But I do need to order some, from some other places, because I do want to do more reviews on these smaller companies and see what they have, to offer. So, all right. So we are coming down to the last few minutes here of the HasLab. It's not going to hit 17,000, but we're going to bring it up really quick. And we'll watch the countdown as we're sitting here at 14,687. So you are going to get that last figure if you did back this. It would be really cool if they would have hit 17. I would have felt much better about telling everyone that, no, dude, this thing is going to hit 17. So AliExpress, but they're a collector site. I know when we ordered from Return of the Nerd, thank you, Travis, for ruining that. That was very nice of you. I'm glad you ruined that. So they won't send to the U.S. anymore. But anyway, when he ships stuff, he puts like the triangle plastic around the corners so it doesn't beat up. But you can only do stuff. You can only do stuff through the, when it's going through customs. Now, one of my orders got stuck in customs. They're going to rip the shit out of it. Shark Eyes, hey, go watch his Thursday with a Friend. He discusses the USS Flag that he won, and then he had to ship it over to Australia. And, customs felt like they needed to get into that box. Luckily, nothing was damaged or destroyed, but they did rip into the box. Sabir says, must be a New York City thing. Everything you guys say that works well with shipping is completely broken here in New York City. I had to go off an Amazon Saturday about normal shit I ordered from them that didn't show. Yeah, I mean, when the first wave of retro figures came out, Gung Ho, Destro, Baroness, and Lady J. When that first came out, I got 5 packages from Walmart of those figures. They're all ordered at the same time. 5 packages. Now I only ordered 4 figures, but they sent me they sent me a Lady J by mistake. Every single one of them was packaged differently. Oddly enough, both Lady J's are packaged the exact same in a big box. Gung Ho came in a mailer. Not a bubble mailer. It just came in a mailer. Destro was in a bubble mailer. And Baroness came in a box. I think those were the first 3. And then the next day, after I received them all, another Lady J showed up. So I have a Lady J in box sitting downstairs or on card. So it has funded I don't know if it is completely ended, but it looks like 14,687. More than likely, it'll probably jump up to in the 14,700 mark. But they did get that second figure. I feel like I know how they feel because we really wanted ketchup and mustard with that with the Sky Striker, and if we would have had another 2 hours, I think we would have hit it. So, so Adam says the hull had a massive ding, and the island window was broken. Glue fixed that later. The island window. What do you mean the island window? There's windows in it, but there's no actual window. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. TK Storm says the problem with the Joe playset today would be the quality would not be near as good as the OGs. Well, would you say that about the Vamp? Would you say the quality of the Vamp isn't as good as the original? Because I would say it's better. I would say the quality of the Vamp is way better. That plastic, I was not expecting the Vamp to be nearly as good as what it is. Would you say the same thing about the Ferret and the Ram Cycle? See, I'm going to disagree with you there because that hard plastic is going to break. Now, the reason why I think the O-rings quality comes off to be better is because the hard plastic, less articulation, makes it easier, less likely things will break. But the way that moves is there's no sticky rubber that connects to each other. But I think the His Tank is made better. I think the Vamp is made exceptionally well. I was shocked at how heavy the Vamp was, because it really did outweigh what I thought it was going to be. All right. So is this the final count here? I feel like it just ended with a thud. Right? Like, it's just like it just ended. There's no fanfare. They never promote. Did they ever do another promotion on this thing? Like, why were you not promoting this week after week? Why are we not doing small little live streams to promote this? To show the figures in it. I think it's just little things like that that would go really far. Now, I mean, the Joes did the same. They did some towards the end with Sky Striker. I don't think they did anything. They didn't have to do anything with the other ones, other than figure out what figure they were gonna give you with the Hiss for the last one, because it went so fast. But yeah. Just it says that is fair. I just think the hard plastic from the OGs holds the test of time better, but the trade-offs are real, less articulation. No, again, and I think that is why when you look at like the O-ring figures, yeah, the hard plastic is way better, other than it gets brittle. But I do think when you look at the vehicles, I don't think the vehicles. Again, I think the Ferret seems to be made pretty well. The Vamp is the huge one, because everyone knows that the cage breaks, and then I mean every single kid. Like, the fact that I have, or that I had too, but that I have a Vamp and that I have Stingers, that piece isn't broken down like that. Those were the shocks. Was that roll bar across there, right? Those things always broke, man. But yeah, I think the quality on that is really good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have some issues with the quality with the Hasbro. I mean, you guys all saw the Jinx video when her legs just popped right off. That's a lot of fun. You know, nothing like having this brand new fucking figure and her legs fucking pop off. It goes right back to the CoverGirl issue and her arm popping off, or Helix and the joint actually being broken. I mean, that it does happen. So, Johnny Reno says, I have a broken vamp and Stinger in my bin of parts. Yeah. Oh, again, like the fact that any of those vamps and Stingers survived without having the pieces break is shocking. Yeah. And Gun Money would know better than anyone because he likes to break them apart. Which is awesome because here you are, you break stuff apart and you get to show them, you know, people get to see the insides of everything. So, again, you're doing the Lord's work. If you don't believe in God, then you're doing the customizer's work. If you believe in Satan, you're doing Satan's work. Curse of Veneer says, I never had the ferret, so to me it's just a thing to mimic the cartoons with. Yeah, the ferret is because I still have my original ferret. It's still in one piece, but there's like the way the gun articulated, that those pieces would break. My one side with the missiles is cracked, but it just survived. But yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that they won't get the ferret. Becky says, won't front, didn't think it was gonna. Hey, I said it was going all the way. All right, so there you go. 16,742. Like I said, there's still going to be some that are going to trickle in. Usually they tell you that it's ended. I don't know why they're not saying it's ended yet. But it's... What the hell? They did just say 16,000 a second ago. Look at that. Hold on. I hit refresh. Am I missing something here? I know this is riveting, right? I swear it popped up and said 16,000. Maybe it's just late and my eyes are getting tired, so we can remove this. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm not going to go 3.5 hours, although we're at 3 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, get rid of this. To all of you that stayed through the rant, thank you. It really got me heated when this was brought up to me. As I mentioned, if you don't like me, if you don't like others, I can only speak for myself. If you don't like me, there's more than enough things to not like me about. You don't need to make stuff up. If you're going to go around telling people to unsubscribe, and you're going to leave it up, and you're not going to defend it, you're going to leave it up and let the witch hunt, and we'll just call it a witch hunt, then you shouldn't delete it to make yourself look better. So you can deny, right? You let it sit there. I saw your response to Travis. Travis tried to be the bigger man when it came to that. I was the one that told Travis that he should remove your name from the slideshow as one of the marketers, right? Because of everything that was going on. I think there's other people you could have put up there. He said, no, that's not cool because he's actually the one, he's actually doing stuff. And then you try to say, well, the people you keep company with. Well, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And I'm not asking anyone not to watch his content. Go watch his content. Subscribe to his new channel. Have fucking fun. I don't give a shit. But I don't want to do drama. I feel like with the Viper Island stuff, I've been pulled into it. I speak my mind. I'm a boisterous fucking person. I'm going to point out when things are wrong. And when I actually get brought up into it, you better damn believe that I'm going to say something. You never had to go down this road. You produce pretty good content, good looking content. But unfortunately, this is where you wanted to go. I will say, I don't believe you had any copyright strikes. I believe you made all this up. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about and you don't want to go back to the beginning, this is about the artist Shark. I believe he made everything up so he could rebrand, start a new fucking channel, get sympathy. He saw how much coverage Viper Island got when his channel got shut down. And that asshole's back. Thank God. Oh boy. How I was going to survive without that fucking asshole. But, doing stuff like that and then leading people to believe something that isn't true. I'll say it again. Hal Jordan, you said that I was slimy. Now, people can't see it. I have the receipts. All right. I have the receipts. Believe it or not, that was like the only thing that really pissed me off was calling me slimy. Because everyone to a man said, man, I wouldn't call you slimy. I call you a lot of other things, but not slimy. I think I'm pretty much upfront about anything. Saying that I won't say anything about the bigger channels. Really? Really? That tells me you don't really watch. But what is slimy is letting people believe that your channel is being taken down. Everyone kept asking for proof. And not just people that are in this chat or in my community. They kept asking. You still never gave any. What you did was send links to your new channel. You let Mega J, Toy Habits, Ken from Toy Connections, Emerald Knight go out there and defend you. And I tell people to follow the breadcrumbs because there are none. It's like it's just there. I can tell you right now, if someone started copyright striking me and it wasn't real or it was false, you better fucking believe I would let everyone know who it was. But we didn't get that. What we got was someone who wanted a start a new brand, hit that 1,000 subscribers. Now you got to get to the watch hours. That's going to be fun. 3-minute videos. Probably take a long time to get there. And like I said, if you guys want to watch his channel, that's fine. All right, he gives you a 3-minute burst. Have fun with it. I'll see it on Instagram. When you got called out for being a clickbaiter, you were pissed. I saw all the messages. All right, you were pissed about being called the clickbaiter. Well, what's funny is you never denied it. So, like I said, deleting all that stuff so people cannot go back and reference, removing all your G.I. Joe content. Why is it G.I. Joe content the only thing you removed? Because you don't want people to go back and say, see this video? This is where he blatantly knew that this was so-and-so's and he didn't give them credit. So magically you delete it all. If people want to watch it, then they can watch it. I don't care. But, and I know people say, well, don't mention their name. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just because someone watches someone else's content doesn't mean they can't watch mine. You know? I'm not a fan of Bobby Vallon, the 3POA, and all of them, right? But you can go watch their content, and if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. We all enjoy different things, okay? I don't like the way they present things, and they don't fucking like me. All right, that's apparently obvious, you know. Hey, let's go after fucking Viper Island, and when someone says, hey, you know what? You didn't mention Punk. He was the first one to get taken down, and Tony says, yeah, Punk's a cunt. It's there. At least he leaves his shit up there. At least as far as I know, he leaves comments up there. I don't know. But, you know, you had this whole witch hunt. You knew you could have ended it with anyone. When Adam Shark Eyes did his whole 2-hour stream talking about it, having receipts. That was something he brought up that I never thought of. I don't know why either. It was so obvious. Like, you could have ended it really quickly. So, that's all I really have to say about it. What I will say is if you do another community and you let Ray Paz and Hal Jordan and whoever else, I don't give a shit. If they want to use my fucking name, they want to use Bobby B's name, they want to use Zen's name, they want to use Adam's name, they want to use, you know, Checkpoint Alpha, anyone's fucking name, and you don't say, no, they didn't do it, you want to lead them on, then you leave that fucking shit up. I really didn't think I was going to rant on this again, but I guess I was wrong. Leave the content up. Don't hide it. Again, we can all go to Social Blade and see. I can see when someone's buying subscribers, all right? You don't go from 10, 30 subscribers a week for years and then all of a sudden shoot up and do 180, and yet you don't have videos to prove it. And then you get 400 and some the next week, and then you have 200 and some the next week, and then you shoot back up into the 300s. Something's fishy. All right? And there's a lot of people doing this shit. You know? And I just have a forum to speak my mind. And that's what I'm here to do. So, Hi, it's me says double ramp pro. What does it mean? It just means that I don't know. I guess I wanted to say it again. Not everyone heard it at the beginning. You want to hear me fucking go off, you can hear me go off, go back to the beginning. I won't delete my stuff. And that's the truth. All right? YouTube would have to remove something before I go ahead and delete it. But I am going to get out of here this time. I said I'm not going to go 3.5 hours. I went 3 hours and 20 minutes. And a very slow news week. And let's be honest, had we not had that fucking rant, we weren't going to make it that far. There was no way that I was going to make it that fucking far. But anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you guys for the super chats. I do appreciate it. Channel members, thank you very much. This Thursday with a Friend live will be this guy right here, Johnny Reno. People that buy subscribers also buy pussy. You're probably right on that. And let me tell you something. If you're buying subscribers, all you're doing and I've mentioned this even before, YouTube made it so easy for people to get subscribers, to buy subscribers. It's not technically buying subscribers. You're putting out an ad that says subscribe to people, and they just have to click it. It's technically buying subscribers. I've said it before. If you don't know how to organically get people to come in, subscribe, watch your channel, then it doesn't matter. All you're doing is giving YouTube money to have a clout and say, hey, I have 10,000 subscribers. Good for fucking you. You know, you don't get shit fucking views, and you paid YouTube rather than getting more views and actually making money off your monetization. See how that works? So, but yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I truly do mean it this time. You guys all have a wonderful day. Tune in this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be talking to Johnny Reno. We are all hoping that Tony does not have to make an appearance and go jump his car while he's trying to stream from his car, and he doesn't run the battery dead. So anyway, thank you guys all. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys all again this Thursday.